Mic check. Mic check. Cortez. Cortez in the building. Mic check. Mic check. Cortez. Cortez in the building. Yo, yo. Mic check. About to get started. Mic check. Cortez. Make sure you guys can hear me. Yeah, man. Yo. We about to get this shit started. What the hell is going on over here with these two? All right, good. Thank you for letting me know. Yo, man. So I was looking at Angry Man channel. I was looking at how the women are reacting to this movie called Straw, right? With Taraji P. Henson. And it seems like they all upset at Tyler Perry. They don't like how he's portraying black women. They don't like the fact, that he's making them look a certain way, right? But I'm like, yo, y'all really look that way, yo. You really look that way. Like, you niggas is doing bad. Like, he wasn't lying. But you know what else? Who else said this here? I got this from that dude, Angry Man, too, man. Back in the day, they had this movie. You guys know this movie, man. The motherfucking Color Purple. You recall the original Color Purple?
Ain't no ocean, ain't no sea, like he da. He's my sister, what's in me, like he
Now, in this movie here, The Color Purple, you got Mr. This nigga here. And you know who broke this shit down? What's his name broke this shit down good, man? What is this nigga name? Angry Man. He said the reason they called him Mr., he had a name, but the reason they called him Mr. was because he was basically supposed to represent all black men. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they named him just simply Mr. was because he was supposed to represent me, my father, you, or everybody. Like, that bitch who wrote that fucking movie, she ain't like black men. And her shorty name, Whoopi Goldberg, Miss Sealy, he said that they call her because she was silly to go and be with this nigga and cook and clean and all of that shit. And then I'm just like, man, the way he broke that shit down was crazy.
I smile, but I still longing. Papa will be in love with a girl called Sophia.
No need to think I'm gonna let my boy marry you just cause you're in the family way.
Just don't make me wait too long, Papa. All my life I had to fight. I ain't never thought I had to fight in my own house.
Would you like to work for me? Be my maid?
Hell no.
That movie was so full of shit, bro. As a grown man, I could sit back and look and see how that movie was full of shit. Terminator, motherfucking. Oh, let me give a shout out to the dudes in the chat, man. You guys welcome. You guys always coming through, man. I appreciate that. What we got here? They mad at Tyler Perry for showing how they really are. Bro, yeah, that's how they really are. The bitches is doing bad. They down bad. They down bad. Like, there's some chick, she said the average, she said the average woman, the average black woman is doing fine. They paying their bills, their bills, their bills. So, yeah, shut the fuck up. No, you're not. No, you're not, man. We could go on social media and see 100 different people getting evicted, bro. Yo, come on, like, why they be capping? It's like they want Tyler Perry and these other people to show an image of them just being boss bitches. Like all of them. But when we go on fucking TikTok and Instagram and shit, or the police dash cams, we see these bitches tearing up Walmart and shit. Or beating up their boyfriends and fighting cops and shit, bro. Like, it's not reality. You know who live in fucking reality? Reality? Us. Men. We live in reality, bro. We're faced with reality. When we want to talk about accountability, when you look at the thumbnail and you saw the dude with them heavy fucking shout out to AI. AI helped me fucking make that, bro. Real shit, yo. AI. They coming for your jobs, nigga. They said AI could do the job of a junior lawyer. Woo. What? But you see the dude coming there with these big, heavy fucking stones, and he's putting it on the fucking scale of justice, dog. And there was already little stones up under there, but he put the last big stone on there. Blow. This bitch ain't got one stone on her motherfucking scale, dog. Got her arms crossed. She's over there like that. Don't never want to accept that accountability. So when I see that, right, I'm going to show you this shit right here. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. There's some chick on fucking TikTok, right? And I saw this shit and I said, yo, B, how the hell you going to do that? This chick here on TikTok, that's the brother. We going to get into his shit in a minute. That brother is on the right page. This fucking thing here, front of the store begging for money. The other day we watched the damn. The other day we watched AC talk. Shorty was in the gym talking about somebody wanted to buy her a shower, or some shit like that. Shit crazy, man. Well, this chick here, somehow she got her ass up and went over to fucking Thailand, right? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let this rock. I'm gonna let them play this shit. Watch this shit here. God damn, I didn't know that shit was all the way back here. What the fuck? There you go. Shout out to Only Logic. Check this shit out. Surviving her Chinese baby daddy. Yes, you said, you see it right. Shorty went, how the fuck you leave the country and go somewhere else and make them niggas over there baby daddies? That proves to you that it's not us, bro. That proves it's not us. Shorty up, left the country, went over there and just fucked some dude and kept the... That's what they do. Tonight is accountability night. Right?
Her Chinese baby daddy after abandoning her black daughter and leaving her with grandma. This is an update to my most recent video about the
You see bitches with them long ass devil nails? Look at this ratchet bitch. How did the dude get caught out there like that?
Divestor who flew all the way to Thailand to become a single parent to a magical mixed race baby. Well, it gets worse. Notice she won't abandon her magical mixed race baby and leave him with grandma. She will definitely raise her mixed race son. Listen to this wench babble.
Hey, where's your daughter? This is an absolutely good question. If y'all go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nasby the Nail Tech, I did a whole little vlog in regards to me moving to Bali and my daughter staying in the States with her grandmother. I'm the type of person that I just get up and I go with the wind. I live a very nomadic lifestyle a lot of the times, and I feel like it hasn't really been very healthy for my child. If I move to this state, I just take her out. And that I believe is because that is how I was raised. Honestly, I just feel like it's kind of like second nature because my parents always got up and moved me around. My daughter has expressed to me that she doesn't like to do that. I also experienced some deep health issues from just overworking myself and not taking care of myself for the past few years, not breathing properly.
Deep health issues, I bet. You know how we talk about how these bitches is crazy, right?
When I lost my father, I just, putting myself first, going out my way for any and everybody, and it really drove me to almost insanity. And I just got to a place where it was like, I need a...
Yeah, see? Drive me to a place of almost insanity. I believe you. Yeah, I believe you, you crazy bitch.
break. Of course, I'm a single mom for those that do not know. And I just decided like I really need a break. I don't feel like my child deserves for my traumas to be projected on her. And I just want to make sure that I'm fully healed, and I wanted to help myself before I could help anyone else. So I asked my mother to take care of her for a little bit.
You hear the bullshit? You hear how this bitch is lying, bro? She lying her ass off. Oh, I spoke with my mom because, I don't want to drag my kids. It's not fair to them. And da-da-da. Bitch, you supposed to sit your ass down. You shouldn't have had the kid. You shouldn't have had the kid. Y'all always have the fucking kid. Right? The man's responsibility, you know what the man's accountability is between a man, a woman, and a child? Child support. That's his accountability. Right? That's how they hold him accountable. There are hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of men on this shit who don't even need to be on it, but bitches put them on there as a form of control. Where's her accountability for having unprotected sex and bringing a child into this world? She just gets help. She just gets help. Right? Nobody says to the man, you know what, man, you're gonna lose your apartment or your house or your car or whatever because you can't afford to pay it because you're paying X amount in child support. So we got a program for you. We're gonna make sure that you can stay where you're at. We're gonna pay, pay your rent. You only gotta pay like fucking $200. Like there's no programs like that for men. Right? That's our accountability. These bitches don't have no accountability. When you see that scale, ain't shit on that scale, bro. Nothing's on that fucking scale.
And also, I didn't want to snatch her up. It's one thing to move her around in the States, but to snatch her up and take her to a whole different country, because that was...
She's a deadbeat. That's 100 because if that was a dude that got a chick pregnant and left the baby with his fucking mom and up and went to Thailand, they be calling him a deadbeat. And then to make a baby in Thailand and then leave that baby, they'd really be a deadbeat, right? That's what the fuck she did. She already got a fucking kid. How do you leave? So Shorty had a kid and gave it to her mom's because she wants to go travel and do all of this shit, and she didn't want it to affect the kid. Then she goes and gets pregnant again and has that baby. So what do you think she's gonna do with that baby? She really ain't shit. She got all this energy, and she ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Was my plan, but I thought that would have been just very selfish of me. And then not also knowing like the schooling system, not knowing how she was going to be able to take the culture shock. I wanted to come and just scope it out and check it out first before I brought her to me. So she is back in Arkansas with her grandmother. She's in good hands, which her and her grandmother have a lot of time to catch up as they hadn't spent a lot of time over the years because we've always been moved away. I got my daughter's blessing. Just for those who don't know, me and my daughter we have a great relationship. We had a very, very deep heart-to-heart long talk before I left. We both were saddened. She was sad, but she told me like, Mom, I am sad, but you need this. I'm really happy for you because I know you need a break.
What?
I got her blessing, and that was enough for me. Had I not gotten her blessing, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that I would or wouldn't have come, but her giving me her blessing just made it. We talk every day, FaceTime. I plan to have her come like when, on her school breaks. I asked her if she wanted to move here with me. She told me that she didn't want to right now. She wanted to finish school in the States. So I just kind of had to accept that. I didn't plan for this TikTok to be super long, but I know that this may be a question for a lot of people, and I know some people are like, oh, how you just leave your kid? I can't leave my kid. I can't leave my kid. I just feel like a lot of women, a lot of times, all we know is taking care of other people, taking care of, especially as mothers, all we know. We don't really know how to take care of ourselves and understand that we need to help.
You hear this bullshit? And bitches is buying this goddamn delusional shit. The same way they bought that shit with K Michelle. K Michelle went up there and talked that bullshit. There's women who believe that shit. I don't fucking understand it, bro. I don't get it. What?
Ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves before we can even take care of anybody. It got to a point where I wasn't good for myself, so I refused to be a product of how I was raised, because a lot of our parents, they felt that we had to go through their traumas and struggles and all of that with them, and it wasn't fair. Had they just stopped and said, you know what, I need a break, I need to take a break, a lot of us probably wouldn't have experienced the verbal abuse, even physical abuse.
If your dumbass would have just used a condom, make sure the nigga fucking you put a condom on. There was, yeah, that, yo, I think that's I think that's part of that mental illness, man. You know what I'm saying? They always got to be this. They always got to be that. Just like with the movie, how they want the movie to portray certain shit. Like, nigga, this is his movie. This is how he see you, motherfuckers. And that's what it is.
Refuse to put my child through anything that she doesn't deserve to go through. We just at a little distance right now. As a mother, I just felt that I needed this for myself. Someone who has, taken care of everybody else, raised my daughter by myself, and...
You said, what the fuck? You supposed to raise your daughter. I don't understand that.
I just needed a break. I ain't gonna lie. I needed a break. I don't know when my last day on this earth is gonna be. I want to see the world. I plan to travel the world with my daughter as well. But of course, she's in school. We gotta make sure. I would have just dragged her ass here. But we had a conversation, and she was like, "Mom, life has just shown me that life is too short, and I have to take care of myself. If I don't take care of myself, I can't be good for anyone else, including my child. And she deserves the absolute best."
Pure ghetto.
Hope that answers your question.
Good said pure ghetto roll. Yo, Terminator said pure ghetto roach eating creatures. Yo, oh shit. I wish Passport Bros would talk about this, but they be playing nice. You know what? They do be playing nice, bro. Those is the nice bros over there. They ain't like us, bro. Can you imagine if they were like us? Could you imagine if they were like us? We be going live over that bitch every motherfucking night. Look at this bitch in here trying to get a free drink, man. Look at this bitch, man. Look at that bitch over there. Yo, this chick really went out there and fucked the Thailand dude. The Thailand chicks don't even want the Thailand dudes. But Keisha want that dick. She'll say, listen, I don't care what kind of dick it is. It could be egg roll dick. It could be kielbasa dick. It could be donkey. I don't care. Whatever it is, I'm getting it. And she did. She went over there and she got it. So what's her life going to be like now? Her baby's going to be all on TikTok.
I got a little baby up in my belly. I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta see it through. I got a little baby up in my belly.
Yo, what the hell's wrong with that motherfucking Asian dude, man? What's wrong with that dude, man? He went and got caught by the scallywag. He went and got caught by the shit we just run trains on, man. That's just a trainer, man. That's a personal trainer. You know? He went and snatched up one of those. Damn.
I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta see it through.
Because I can see this. What dating is like in Bangkok right now.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Dating in Bangkok, dating in Thailand. This was not planned. Baby, I'm having an Asian baby. She's having an Asian baby. I'm not gonna lie, I was having fun at first. Dating overseas.
What is interracial dating like in Bangkok? It's different, right?
You know, my baby father is Chinese. Obviously, we know the history with like Chinese people, black people. So I am a little interested in seeing how the dynamic.
Bitch is dumb as hell. She know Chinese people don't fuck with us. They should be like, a lot of them are my guys, but I be trying to push them to expose them bras. Some guys do, but they're smaller channels. Oh, man.
Dynamic is gonna be, you know, their family, my family. I don't even know what that's gonna be like. For the most part, they treat us like princesses and just be obsessed with us. A lot of the in here, they've never been with a black woman. It's like a fetish for them. It's kind of something to like check off their bucket list. I hate to say it like that. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't know if it's something that they anticipate on for like.
Man, them hoes don't care. Fuck the hoes ain't got no damn feelings, man. She don't care. She up here telling you, you know, it's like they want to check off a bucket list, but I really didn't give a fuck. You know, I'm down for anything. Hoes don't care. This is coded talk for the other hoes. Like, bitches, y'all bitches want to come over here, you know, y'all can come over here. This shit is all right, man. You still gonna get some dick, no matter what kind of dick it is. Just come on over. Yeah, they want to fuck black girls. Come on. And she already a baby mama, man. And you know what she gonna do, right? She gonna fucking come back full fucking circle. She gonna come back full circle. Back to a black dude. And I hope that he sees this shit. You talking to any motherfucking chick, if she got a social media, you need to comb through her social media. If you planning on taking care of her, you tell her she can't have it. That's why you can't afford you can't like really like you can't really love these bras the way you think you should in your head, because you gotta give them rules that you gotta enforce, bro. And if you too in love with them bitches, you can't enforce them rules the way they need to be. That's why you can't be all, you're the sun, the rain, the moon, the mountains. You can't be like that. They're gonna run over you. Yeah, man.
Long term, you still gotta be like, all right.
Get on the swivel.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Nas a black kid, okay?
It is revolution before romance. We must stay focused, brothers.
Maybe I have them. Man, them. I don't know.
I didn't see him. Y'all got the teams over there. The pink team. Y'all got the pink team. Is that right?
The pink?
Yeah, okay.
We need a rich baby daddy, so.
Okay. It's so much that I got to catch y'all with. 6 months pregnant now. My
Look at the fucking stupid ass nails, man.
Oh, yeah. There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Why? Why?
my baby's father, he is actually Australian Chinese. He's Chinese, but he's from Australia, and he's currently not involved at all. That's what's best right now because.
That's what's best right now. You see this? You see this? This baby mama culture, nigga. This baby mama, this ain't got shit to do with us, man. This ain't got shit to do with us, man. It's these bitches, man. We gonna go take a look at Media Man page later too, because Media Man put him on blast for some shit. He put on blast. They were talking about how men are out here making all these babies, and are women having to settle for black men, right? With because they're in college and all this shit. He pulled this shit up. He said, "No, it's men settling for you." Because if you meet a man, he's in college. By the time you in college, bitch, you got 1 to 2 kids. By the time you get your bachelor, you got three or four fucking kids. By the time he get his bachelor's, he don't have no fucking kids. So really, he be settling for your ass. Why would he go and get a bitch with a bachelor's and fucking 2, 3 kids? Why would he do that? And I'm like, yeah, man, this nigga media, man. I love this nigga fucking just comes through with the stats. This nigga always comes through with the stats, man. I think he works, he got some kind of federal job and shit. He work with statistics or some shit, man.
Is mentally, he has a lot of work to do, and I feel like we both just have a lot of work to do separately. And
That's why y'all shouldn't have had a fucking kid, stupid. Like you fucking dingbats, man. Yo, when you put these motherfuckers, you know what happened? They put these motherfuckers in control of too much shit. You put them in control of too much shit. That's why the world is fucked up. So you put these motherfuckers here who find out shit a day late in charge of real important things, man. They can't even straighten out their own goddamn lives. When you listen to the shit they say, oh, you know, because we the wage gap and this and that, and I said, bitch, y'all can't even do the same jobs men do, but you want the same pay. Any type of civil service job, you niggas can't do that job like men. Military, y'all can't do it like men. You just get in there to flaunt your little ass around. To try to get an easy post. And the crazy part, they don't even do it for all women. Nah, if they think that bitch is ugly, oh, she's going to have a hard time. If they think that bitch is ugly, she ain't down with the clique. She ain't going to be, you know, getting to skate through the career, none of that shit, because the bitch is ugly to them. Or maybe they don't like her. Maybe she too pretty. Yeah, man, you can't put these niggas in charge of nothing, man.
And I feel like he isn't really ready or willing to do the work right now.
Damn, shorty, I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry. My man done waited in limbo. My man done waited in limbo for a parent. When he came out, his fucking mama was a thought from the U.S. That's who the pops chose. He was chilling in his pop's nuts on the couch. They heard the motherfucking earthquake coming, so they all got in line and shot out. And by the time he fucking opened his eyes and he seen his mother, he said, yo, I'm black. Then he seen his father and he said, wait a minute. Is this nigga the daddy? Oh, so I'm half Asian. Right? And what happened? The motherfucking mom disappeared, kid. The mom disappeared. He gonna grow up in the hood, man. He gonna grow up in the fucking hood. That's a cute baby, man. But he gonna be raised by probably her mom, because her mom got the other fucking kid. And this bitch still gonna be fucking egg roll hopping around Thailand. Cute baby, man. Damn, son. Man, we gotta look out for this kid, man. He's a male, man. We gotta make sure he good.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Girl Not Beat, and welcome to Surviving My Chinese Baby Daddy. Bitch, it's
Now it's surviving my Chinese baby daddy. Now we gotta make the man the villain. You see this shit? Now I bet you, because I didn't watch it past this, but I bet you he's toxic, he's a narcissist, and all this other shit, because he's trying to hold her monkey ass accountable. Watch. I bet you.
time to tell my motherfucking story, and it is what it is. Judge me, don't judge me. You probably going through it too, or maybe even worse, okay? Shout out to all my moms out there that's holding it down. Okay? I feel. As y'all know, I am 2 months postpartum. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Y'all always asking me, so it ain't no different having a baby overseas, dealing with these niggas overseas. A nigga gonna be a nigga. It don't matter what color, shade, country, culture. It do not matter. All of the moms out there, the baby mothers out there, they got the baby daddy mamas, the baby mama daddy, the little baby mama, baby daddy. They always try to put their title on us, but really it ain't them. I'll tell y'all about this situation. I'm gonna go get my baby some diapers real quick. I told my baby daddy that we needed diapers for the baby, and I've been telling him that for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Nothing has happened. Constant, oh, I'm waiting for this, I'm waiting for that, oh, my business is this, I'm waiting for that, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, I ended up getting the baby some diapers. So my baby.
Yo. got the same goddamn sorry bullshit sob story, and this bullshit story she's selling is going to exonerate a lot of black men. First of all, bitch, you in Thailand. Thailand is a poor country, ho. It's a poor country. Right? The men down there don't have no fucking crazy jobs. Like they ain't got jobs like up here in the US, bro. So what the fuck you expect this nigga to do? Right? When she met him and she fucked him, she knew he was broke, right? She had the baby by him. Where did she think? Where did she what did she think is gonna happen? But this man, should have fucking kidnapped that bitch and cut the baby out, kid. Threw her ass away and took his baby. That's what the fuck he should have did. Yeah, I mean like that, bro. Fuck that bitch. She ain't nothing but a hindrance, man.
Baby, actually, like, I got quite a few things for the baby. Ended up sending a picture to my baby daddy, like, don't worry about it, I got it myself. It's to the point where I don't even ask the nigga for shit for real. Somehow we ended up having a conversation. He ended up coming over to suppose.
Why do bitches think because they gotta buy something for the kid that the nigga's a deadbeat? I don't understand who told these bitches that, because, who told them that you don't ever have to come out of your pocket for anything for the baby? Why do black bitches think that? That's your baby too, bitch. So you had to buy your baby some fucking diapers because the dad couldn't do it. That's what you supposed to do. You don't get a goddamn medal, a medal for that shit. The simplest adult things, these bitches act like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man? So you had to buy this little nigga some diapers. That's what you supposed to do. Fucking rat ass. Yo, that shit pissed me off, man.
Wait for that, blah, 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 blah. As forward, I ended up giving the baby some diapers. So my baby daddy, actually, like, I had got quite a few things for the baby. Ended up sending a picture to my baby daddy, like, don't worry about it, I got it myself. It's to the point where I don't even ask the nigga for shit for real. Somehow we ended up having a conversation. He ended up coming over to supposedly help me, give me a break, which is never really that, but that's another story. We'll get into that later. We get to talking or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, you bought some time. Now we have some time and we can spend money on something else. Sir, I got a bag of diapers that has 84 diapers in there. The baby is going through 8 to 12 diapers a day. I'm telling him this, and sometimes even more. He's like, oh yeah, we have. That means we have about 2 weeks that we get some more diapers. Don't even. I know what y'all thinking. I know what y'all thinking, because I know. You ain't even got to tell me, bitch. I know. Okay. I said that's not how this works. Like, you want to make sure that you stock up on diapers. You don't wait until the baby is down to his last 3 diapers. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been 12 years, bitch. I'm doing this all over again. I'm only 2 months in the game after 12 years. He's like, I'm a businessman. Why would I spend capital on something that's going to sit on the shelf? I guess he thought he ate with that. He thought he ate. He really thought he ate, okay? He definitely thought he ate with that. What? Bitch, what? Y'all, am I tripping? Last time I checked, you want to make sure you got diapers stacked up. And I just ran out of diapers I recently had just ran out of diapers from my baby shower. He has not bought a single diaper, bitch. We literally got into a whole argument because I'm like, that's not how it works. And
Yo, this hoe from America too. He making sure that she come out her goddamn pockets too, man. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like he ain't trying to get, he ain't trying to go for the bullshit. It look like he's saying, all right, bitch, yo, you gotta go through your what the hell was that? Yo, did y'all see anything come up on the screen? Where that shit at? That shit sound cool as fuck. I can't see it though. Damn. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I done pressed something, y'all. I don't know what the fuck I done pressed. Uh-oh. All right, I think I got it. Ooh. All right, yeah.
he's like, it doesn't make sense. I don't cultural thing, or is it just pure fucking stupidity? One thing I can't stand a nigga that decide that he don't want to, own up to his responsibility during the pregnancy and shit like that, and then come back around after the baby is born after you done missed the whole motherfucking 9 months, and thinking you calling the motherfucking shots, and you ain't even motherfucking did a fuck thing. But we gotta be okay with it, because if we're not, we're just bigger baby mamas. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if y'all want to hear a part 2. Y'all really want the whole series. Like, bitch, we want the whole series, because what? The lot of my Chinese baby daddy, pray for sister. Okay? Then nipples, diapers, goddamn, split it all. Pray up for a bitch, okay? At least we need a few packs. And this may last us a few weeks. Because my son, baby, he a little pissy boy. Talking about 2 weeks for a fucking 1 pack of diapers. Get the hell out of here. Smoking bricks. Wife, hello? See, punk ass. Baby, we back. Part 2 of surviving my Chinese baby daddy. Brace yourself, bitch. It's too much. Is this what it's really like in these whole kind of churches, okay? It's what it's really like. Anywho, so I'm just letting you know right now, me and my baby father, I am not speaking to him. I ain't wanting no contact. I have decided to just completely not speak to him at the moment. I feel like for the sake of a bitch's mental health, unless y'all want to see me up in the right house, your girl had to allocate all of my mama out there that's going through with these. Y'all know exactly what I mean. To protect my mental, especially being 2 months postpartum, until the motherfucker get that shit together, I'm not about to be putting myself through no bullshit. I got it.
Yeah, this bitch ain't got no postpartum, B. You see this bullshit? She's a lying ass bitch. She ain't got no postpartum.
It's me. I got it. So recently, I didn't have to go back to work. I organize events and host events and things of that nature. That's how I get my queen win. Okay? I have been speaking to my baby's father about getting a nanny for a while now. Every time he comes and he takes care of the baby, he feel like he is picking up my slack. That's literally what he says. Or he has to pick up my slack. He uses him picking up my slack when I have to go work. He uses that against me. I have gotten to a point where it's like, I don't want to ask you to come keep your baby because I'm going to hear about it later. I finally got to the point of actually listing up in like one of the nanny groups, and like 15 different nannies reach out to me. It was a little overwhelming for me because I am obviously a little nervous about, having a nanny, finding somebody that, I just don't really know. But I know at the same time, a bitch gotta go to work. I can't be down for too long because that's just not I don't have the luxury to do that right now. He knows, and he's known that I was looking for a nanny. He also knows what I do for work right now. Keep that in mind. Instead of having to go through this long ass cycle of finding a nanny, going through all of these virtual interviews, in-person interviews, all of these things, I went with someone who was a recommendation from someone that I trust. Of course, I'm like, okay, this is a trusted recommendation. Most of the times that I have events, they are at night. So by the time that I even drop the baby off, he's already been bathed, changed, ate, and he's knocked out. And only gone from anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. Nanny, babysitter, she is great. So far, we've done a couple of sessions, and I mean, she's cool. So she sent me pictures, she sent me videos, she sent me updates. Hey, just changed him. Hey, he had another bottle. She's from the UK, so it's more so like, I just changed his nappy. He's had another bottle. She let me know. Go to my event. The 2 people, which are also my close friends, and father knows about that usually if I have something to do, be with the baby, they were out at my event with me. Side note, bitch, I blocked this nigga. I had to block him off of social media. TV policing. I know the only way he knows that me and my homegirls were out together is because he was watching me from a fake page, or he's watching my friend's page, which I've asked him to stop reaching out to my friends, stop watching my friends.
So, they got a different culture, bro. Their culture, they believe in actually taking care of their kids and being there for their kids. Or we got Cortez. They should be like, oh yeah, we watched that. They actually believe in taking care of the kids and raising them up right. And here, he done fucked up and got him one of these little nigga bitches. He done got him one of them young hyena. He done got him a sexy red bitch. Like, well, bro, of all of all the bitches he could have got pregnant, this the one he got pregnant. Man, you should have got you a Felicia Rashad type of chick pregnant or something, man. You went and got this little thought pocket, and that's how she acted, like a fucking thought pocket.
We already knew there was gonna be some shit when he saw that we all 3 was out, because he's like, where's the baby? And honestly, I don't feel like I have to share anything with anyone who half-ass gives a fuck, and I don't give a fuck. You can't.
That's their problem, man. Right there. I don't feel like I should have to share anything with him because he's a half father. Bitch, y'all don't even live together. Y'all don't love each other. So how is he gonna be a whole father? Because he's not jumping when you say jump. This nigga got shit to do too. That was just a fuck, and your dumbass decided to have a baby, bro. I don't understand why they don't be believing that. Why they don't understanding that shit, man. Oh shit, my bad.
Can't even buy fucking diapers. I tell you that the baby needs something. I can't even trust to leave with the baby, bitch. I don't gotta tell you shit. Next day, I received, because I'm ignoring him at this point. Mind you, he's been texting me back to back to back. Ignore it. When I don't respond to him, now I'm all types of this. That day after my event, I wake up to a message like this. The fact that you left my baby.
Damn, the fact that you left my baby with some random person while you went out is crazy. Meanwhile, I've been asking, why does it sound so black, yo? I think this bitch is lying. This text is super black, bro. I don't believe this bitch. What Asian person says the fact? What Asian nigga starts off his questions with the fact? None. This bitch is lying. Look at this shit. The fact the fact you left, not the fact, it's the fact that you left. It's straight the fact you left. Nah, this bitch wrote this.
Me with some random when I have been asking to see him. You are such a fucking irresponsible mother. Excuse me, ho. I'm irresponsible because I found proper childcare for my son while I work because his also the primary care for our son. So a bitch gotta be mentally fucking sane. So I guess I'm irresponsible for.
You don't need to have no babies. Every time you have a baby, it just seems like you have some shit where you got a meltdown and you can't be around motherfuckers and shit. So maybe your ass shouldn't be having no fucking babies. Every time she have a kid, it's the second time, my postpartum and I got it this, and, I need my sanity, and then, bitch, you don't need to have no fucking babies, stupid. She wrote that shit, right? I know, bro. This bitch, like, why is she up here doing this, man? You know what? That baby probably ain't even motherfucking Asian. That baby probably fucking Puerto Rican or something, man. I don't think that bitch meant no. She probably did this for content, bro. I don't think she did that, man. I think this bitch is capping.
Protecting my peace, making sure that I'm able to still provide for my son. I've been ignoring him. So what does he do? He goes and messages my friend. I've asked him not to do. She's also asked him not to do. Her, what's up with Nas? Where the fact that she left my baby? She asked me for all of this shit. Oh, wait, that's another part.
Yo, this bitch is a liar, bro. She's a fucking liar. She's a super liar.
He knew she was going to be a horrible parent.
Her messages. Of course he's going with this whole, she won't let me see my son. And when I do allow you to come see your son, you are fucking mentally draining. You literally don't contribute where it's needed. I guess I keep my distance from him and I thought I'm not going to talk to him. He told my friend, text my friend. This ain't no fucking good, baby. I hate that she treats it like that. Y'all tell me, what does that fucking mean? I feel like that was a little racist. Now we got another part. Who gives a motherfucking part for a bitch? So I'm not trying to say daddy. What's up, y'all? Y'all already know your brother's back outside, where they niggas at? Nah, let me stop playing, okay? Like I just pop a baby out. But y'all know these niggas full by killer.
The Chinese baby daddy said
Yo, that bitch is crazy. That bitch is crazy. Is she lying?
Where they niggas at? Nah, let me stop playing, okay? Like I just pop a baby out. But y'all know these niggas full by killer.
The Chinese baby daddy said she raises the child like a hood baby, yet she pretends to be confused. The Chinese baby daddy knew she was going to be a horrible parent and wanted no parts. This is why the divestor is currently looking for some black man to take care of the Chinese man's son. Look at all the effort she puts in to raise her mixed race son while her black daughter is an afterthought. Hopefully, one day, her black daughter makes a video titled Surviving Black Moms and exposes her. Black men, if you want to clean up, her TikTok is in the description.
Yo, this nigga's page is funny as hell. If you wanna, this dude's page only logical. Divestors exposed. They can be fuck buddies, escorts, side pieces, but not wives unless the guy is old and needs a nurse like Bret Hart. What? They can't get a biracial child unless the guy is a bum and need her assistance financially. Oh my God. This is his whole page. This is what we have in the arsenal of exposing bitches. We got dedicated, smart motherfuckers up here that got an AI page, and it just completely shows all of the broad. Like this one about, what was this? This shit about K. Michelle, the way he exposed K. Michelle. Oh my God. I love this page. It does this fucking thing. Yeah, but that chick, man, she probably had that baby for motherfucking content. Just like what's the name said. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Them niggas actually were giving the damn immigrants CDLs. Yeah, Mexicans, all them, they giving them niggas CDLs. This one here, this fucking bitch. Let's go, medium
Do you
man.
think black women with degrees and professional careers are expected to settle more than their non-black counterparts?
Black women who think like this, did y'all ever think that black men that are meeting those requirements are actually settling for you guys? And shout out to Kevin Samuels for mentioning this. He said when black women get bored, they're like, oh, let me go get another degree.
So the theory is true. When you are a black woman who finds yourself bored, nothing really going on in your life, you register for college.
Suburban black girls. And they put out this video. They talk about relationships and education and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. So now I have a grasp, somewhat of a grasp, on what some black women mean by are you on my level?
Do you think black women with degrees and professional careers are expected to settle more than their non-black counterparts? As, you know, we get older and it's kind of like you're over 30 and you're a black woman and, you know, you're obviously, we've achieved a certain amount of things.
Let me ask you a question, man. Are you tired of hearing that shit? Over 30 and you're a black woman. Oh, black woman, black woman, black. I'm tired of hearing that shit, bro. It's like it's supposed to be some immediate grace given because you say that shit. You know what black men get? You don't get no grace. You get fired or you get arrested or you get, you know, whatever. We don't get no grace for that bullshit. But when they say it, they want the grace. Keisha's always treat their black kids worse than the mixed ones. Diana Ross did that. Wow. Damn. Regular bullshit. That's how they do.
I've seen their expectations of what they want in a man change as they get older. Because you're starting to realize, like, some of those things that you really want, it's becoming harder to achieve or have. So as you're getting older, you're like, I can accept a kid or two. I can accept if he's maybe makes less than me. I can accept the fact that he's 5'8" and not 6'3". Yeah, it's still kind of a form of settling. But then again, I hate saying the word settling because it's like.
And the crazy part, when she's talking about settling, that's as much as you can afford. Because by the time your ass get old, you're older, shit is out of shape, you got 2-3 baby daddies. So yeah, like, that's all you can afford.
No one is perfect. Even even us as women, there are things that we don't have. So is it still a form of settling? Yes or no? I mean, I think everyone's opinion on that is different.
First, she said black women over 30, which is one, the degrees, and also kids. Let's throw a fourth one in there, money. So I kind of got a grasp, but I just wanted to explain to black women who think like this. Did y'all ever think that black men that are meeting those requirements are actually settling for you guys? Education in the black community.
Here we go.
Social media discussion. Black women have more degrees than black men, and that's why it's hard for black women to get married. If you meet 10 black men, how many do you think earn/hold a bachelor's degree or higher? And I ask the same question for black women. Let's start here. Black women are
Whoo, this nigga broke out the stats, kid. Black African American women. 17% of them got one kid. 21% of them got two kids. You go directly to the right. Man, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, bro. Look at this. I'm gonna let him talk.
the 20, that's when they have 42.2% of their children, right? So then 20 to 24, 34 to 39, 34.9% have children. 25 to 29, 12.3%. Black men under 20, 14.1% of their children. And then 20 to 24, 38%. Then 25 to 29, 22.5%. And all these statistics are from Family Growth and, the CDC report, the fertility report from 2015 to 2019. This was published January 2023. So this is very accurate. By the time black women are 29 years old, 89.4% already have children. And then by
Nigga, what?
89 accurate. By the time black women are 29 years old, 89.4% already have children. And then by the time black men are 29, 74.6% already have children. So that's a 14.8% difference in favor of black women. If you take all things equal, you take a black woman and a black man and you put them in that age 30 category, 9 times out of 10, I would say, 9 times out of 10, that black woman is already going to have children. As opposed to black men, a little over 3 or 7 out of 10 have children. So there's a gap there. There's like 2-person gap, I would say, right? So I just wanted to explain that portion to it because I think women like that, they're going into it thinking that black men are having all these children. However, black men tend to have their children when they're older. Black women tend to have the majority of their children when they're younger. So that's why when black women hit age 30 and black men hit age 30, it's about 9 out of 10 have kids. Black men, a little over 7 out of 10 have children. So in that aspect, black men would be settled. And then also, let me put things into perspective for the education. Because we always talk about this, like black women have more degrees and they're outpacing black men in regards to education. Post-Secondary Policy Institute. This is for men of color. The rate for Asian men who have bachelor's degrees or higher at age 25 would be 52.9%. For black men, it is 22%. If you see 10 black men, 2 of them have a bachelor's degree or higher. Tell me if I'm lying if you guys have heard this narrative. Black women are outpacing black men by so much. Put a 1 in the chat. So you would assume out of 10 black men, only 2 have bachelor's degrees or higher. So you would assume that black women will be at least 7, 8. By the way, the black community talks about this. Let me educate you. Same report for women of color in higher education from the Post-Secondary National Policy Institute. According to the Census American Community Survey, in 2023, 19.2% of the total U.S. population identified as women of color. In total, 9.6% of the population were Hispanic or Latino women, 6.1% were black women, 3.1% were Asian women, and 0.3% were American Indian/Alaska Native women, and 0.1% were Native Hawaiian/Pacific Islander women. Among women of color, aged 25 or over, 31.2% had earned a bachelor's degree or higher. The rate for Asian women is 56.7%. So there goes that notion of black women being the most educated. It's not true. And then for black women, it is 29.3%. Okay? 29.3%. So the black community is so up in arms about black men not going to school. Literally, 2 black men, 3 black women. Okay?
So these motherfuckers is only beating us by the smallest percentage possible. That's crazy. So I want you to hear, right? This is a chick named Ashley Dalton. This chick Ashley Dalton, she talk to bitches. They call in and ask her silly questions and shit. She gives advice. All right. You gotta hear the delusion in this fucking lady. I watched this shit earlier and I'm just like, yo, she really cannot be saying this. Check this shit out, man. This shit is crazy, bro.
Hi. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Hi, welcome in. Do you consent to be on a live or potentially off platform?
Yes, I do. Okay. I have a 2-year-old. She's trying to get in, but I'm not really the biggest fan of that. Hi, Ashley. I'm a really big fan of yours. Thank you for, welcoming me into your life.
Absolutely.
My only question, I know you said one question, and I know you also say a lot of time that don't look at the comments when you come up. Let's focus on the dialogue. Let's have a good conversation. Let's get into some things. So the thing that I want to get into, I'm from Las Vegas, born and raised. I am 28 years old. And really, my main question is, do you see anything on social media or in real life that other people, single mothers, I should say, because I'm a single mom myself. I was in a 8-year relationship with both of my children's dad. So they have the same dad. And I wanted to know if you had any advice for women who are single mothers and they're trying to step back into the dating world.
I know you are a single mom, but you don't always need to acknowledge that you are when you're going out to date, you know?
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
She just told this bitch that she don't have to acknowledge that she's a single mother when she's going out to date. Yo. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't have to acknowledge that you got kids when you're dating? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Run that shit back. Look at the relief that's on her face.
Well, mom, but you don't always need to acknowledge that you are when you're going out to date, you know? Men don't acknowledge it, so I don't think, women should. So I think you just need to get
What does she mean men don't acknowledge it? What does she mean?
yourself together, work on who you are, and put yourself back out there.
Okay. I like that advice. I think that
I bet you do.
A lot of people me personally, I'll just speak on me. When I first got back into the dating world or decided that I wasn't going to take any more time, I should say, with my children's father, I realized I had to know my worth and my children, my history, my dating history, and the things that I did when I was younger and unexperienced doesn't define me.
Oh, sound like she was out there throwing that pussy pocket around.
I had to know my worth and my children, my history, my dating history, and the things that I did when I was younger and unexperienced doesn't define me.
Oh, bitch was a whore. You know what? We could probably find that bitch on the internet. We could probably find her on the internet. Out here, thought pocketing it around. Because she said the things that she did. Oh, man.
And not only did I want to ask for your advice, I wanted to encourage any other ladies who are also, you know, single mothers. Like you said, you do not have to accept that as your identity. I don't make that my
What?
oh,
What do you mean you don't have to accept that as your identity?
identity. It's just, it's easier to relate to other women when they go through what you go through or maybe something similar. So I appreciate you saying you don't have to acknowledge that. And it's not you're hiding your children.
Yes, it is, bitch. What is wrong with these women, man? How you say some shit like that? Yo, these niggas is something wrong with their brain.
Because I did see that a lot too, you know, on TikTok. People were saying like, oh, I don't mention, I think Shira said, you know, I don't mention having kids.
There you go, Shira. So she listens to Shira 7, this dingbat right here. So Shira 7 told her, don't tell the niggas that you got a kid. Right? Wait till they develop emotions and then spring it on them. So this way they can't leave. Because if they leave, they'll feel like shit because they left you, and so they're not going to leave. If you talking to a girl and she hasn't told you that she got a kid, and she tells you that shit, you man, just change your number. Change your fucking number. Terminator T. They were singing. They were slinging that like a. Yo, man, these this shit is crazy, bro. You know, I can't wait to get to an Angry Man to Angry Man's portion of the stream. Let's finish this real quick.
That it's a lie. If they ask you if you have kids, then I guess if you're comfortable, you can share that. You know, but
if you're comfortable. She said if they ask you if you're comfortable, you can share that. If you're comfortable. Yeah. If you listening to Shira 7, I already know what type of chick you are. The same way they ain't like talking to niggas. They used to want to know if you listen to Kevin Samuels. Yeah, bitch, I listen to Kevin Samuels. Well, how do you feel about I feel like nigga 100% right? Yeah, they used to get mad. Good. I want that to wear you. I want that to keep you away. That's the fucking ain't shit, bitch. Keep away magnet, right there.
You don't have to make that your personality, because I do feel like a lot of men are that. Not that it's a lie. If they ask you if you have kids, then I guess if you're comfortable, you can share that. You know, but you don't have to make that your personality, because I do feel like
they whole shit is to just get out here and trick men. Like y'all gotta see this. They're not trying to come to you straight up and make things work with you, man. They're out there just to straight deceive you. Just to straight deceive you. Look at these fucking bitches. They just out there to straight deceive you, man. Even this one here, you gotta watch these bitches with these slanted eyes. I tell you to watch those slanted eyes. She got the dumb person eyes. She got the dumb, what do I do? She got the dumb person eyes and shit right here.
like a lot of men will look at you and say like, oh, she's a single mom, she has 2 kids, let me offer her less. And, you know, in my experience,
Offer. You see where her head is at? Her head is strictly on receiving something. It's not about sharing a good time or sharing a good experience with a person. It's about, oh, he's gonna offer me less. Yo, like we need to do a crazy exposure on these fucking broads. Be like, this shit is ridiculous. We've been exposing these bitches here in this part of YouTube. I'm actually going on 2 years. There's been dudes that been here 10 fucking years. And this exposure has been going on for a while, and it is starting to pick up traction. Right? The fact that she's coming up here because she's like, oh, well, Kevin Samuel said, that right there is proof that I should picking up traction. But Kevin Samuels, man, that motherfucker used to have a live stream. Right now, we got 10 people in here. This nigga would have a live stream with 40,000 fucking people, bro. 40,000 people. Some nights he'd have 18,000, 20, 30, 40,000. Like, god damn, yo. How the fuck does he do that? It's like, how the hell do you talk to 40,000 people, bro? I guess the same way you talk to 10, right? That shit crazy. These bras are fucking lost, man.
Just because I've had bad experiences, I won't let that tell me that I'm not worth what I feel that I deserve.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy? It's never what you feel you're worth. It's only what somebody willing to fucking pay. You could hold out. You could hold out for the nigga with the 300K job. You could hold out for that motherfucker, but you ain't gonna get him. You got 2 kids, man. You got 2 kids. That's the limit. You got some dudes, man. Some dudes, some dudes might choose to deal with that shit, man. But we speak on it because we see the outcome of that shit. You don't get nothing for that, man. Them niggas alive for their mom and all that shit. Like, why would you even do that? They don't even want you to hit the fucking kid. You got a hard-headed, knucklehead ass kid. You got to put your hands on that little fucker from time to time, man. Yeah, spare the rod, spoil a child, B. Niggas need discipline. Sometimes words ain't enough, right? And then she not gonna want you to put the hands. She's not gonna want you to discipline her kid. So now you feeding this little fucker every night. You buying this little nigga clothes. You paying for contributing to his fucking soccer or whatever the fuck it is. You putting money into the college fund to send this little nigga, and you mean to tell me that this motherfucker keep doing some wild shit and I keep telling him to stop, and he's like, nah, if you ain't my real dad, or whatever the case may be, and I can't discipline him? Why the fuck would a dude who made so much money, who went through so much, make him to build himself up for that shit? Why would he go pick your monkey ass? Like, I don't understand why they think they deserve that shit. Y'all know me. Honestly, I don't think bitches be deserving shit. I don't think they deserve a goddamn thing. I think they gotta earn it. I don't believe all women deserve for a man to pay their bills. I think some bitches need to get up and do a 12-hour shift. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. So it sounds like you know, and you kind of have an idea, and you don't kind of lean into it when you go out. So that's good.
Yeah, and I guess if I'm allowed to, can I ask any encouragement that you have for young women who feel discouraged? Because right now there's a lot of propaganda about, oh, you're a single mom and you have kids and this, that, and the other. How dare you have any standards? Once you feel that you've healed, why is it that you don't, the society, I should say, isn't accepting to a woman learning from her past?
This fucking bitch. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fucking comical, girl. Come on, man. She want to hide her
turning her
kids.
back on bad decisions and wanting better for herself. You know, like, what's your advice for those women that deal with those type of men? Because there's a lot of it, especially with the Kevin Samuels thing going.
Yeah, motherfucking yeah. Ah, good job, you motherfuckers. Good job. Good job. Social media shit is powerful, man. Good fucking job. And it makes sense. A man's money and women's money. These bitches trolls. Oh shit. He said they troll themselves. Yo, yeah, girl, you worth it. So what? You got 4 goddamn kids. That shit don't matter. You just as good as a bitch with no kids. Y'all both got pussy. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh man, I love my kids, but I tell you, nigga, I tell my kids, mom, I said, man, you lucky you caught me when you did. You caught me. You caught me, you lucky motherfucker. You caught me. But I tell you this, man, if you wouldn't have caught, if I'd have known now, if I'd have known then what the fuck I know now, man, oh my God. I'd have still bust that ass, but I'd have made sure I was strapped up every time. I'd have still bust that ass crazy, but made sure I strapped up. And then one day I just would have not called anymore. Yeah. Because, yo, man, 36, no kids, ex-military, decent job. I was in shape, nigga. Fuck. That's why I be so adamant about telling that. That's why I do this, bro. Y'all can't get caught up out of there. Yo, Jesus, man. Y'all can't do this shit, man. When I see these assholes, these NBA players and shit, man, with all these baby mamas, and I see these niggas that made millions and they just handing this shit over to a bitch who don't even like you. Yeah, but this broad is a fucking retard, bro.
Yeah, but if you consume that content on a daily, then that will become your reality. I'm not saying a lot of the stuff that some men will say isn't true. I'm not gonna say that.
Is she one of them bitches that do that stupid shit with her fingers?
Saying a lot of the stuff that some men.
I hate bitches. I hate bitches, bro. I don't know why. It's just the shit they do is just be irritating me.
Will say isn't true. I'm not gonna say that. But if you consume it, then you're gonna live in a bubble. You're gonna stay home. You're gonna believe I'm never gonna find someone. No one's ever gonna love me. I'm never gonna find anyone. You're just gonna lock yourself away.
Yeah, man, you gonna find a sucker out there. You'll find a sucker out there at some point, man. You good?
I agree. I personally, I stopped subscribing to, and it wasn't, you know, the For You page will kind of like throw little things out at you and see if you'll listen to it. So I'll listen to see what they're talking about, and then when I get the idea that it's like a mom bashing or, you know, whatever it is, something that's not productive to your confidence, your self-esteem, I will get off of that. Like,
They are, man. They're the biggest. They're the biggest bullshitters out there, dog. The biggest bullshitters. Only community where they can act like victims and act like superheroes at the same goddamn time, man. Only one. Oh yeah, we're victims and we're the most fucking unprotected, disrespected, and super neglected. But then at some other point, you're a boss babe, boss bitch. You do this, you do that. You're earning this, you're earning that. You're doing better. You're outpaid. Like, come on, man. I really like this. Where this shit at? Let me move this shit around a little bit. I wonder if y'all can't see it yet. Hold on. What's it at? There you go. There you go. She don't hold her own shit, bro. She's not accountable. Accountable for what? I don't gotta hold that. Look at that shit. The brother up there, he got all the stones in the bottom, and then he got the heaviest stone and dropping it off, man. And this shit here. She just got her arms crossed. Look at the scowl on her face. Short ass hair. Hey yo, AI did this shit. This is how AI sees us, man. AI said, yeah, she gonna have a little short ass hair with no weave in. And she gonna be mad. This shit is crazy. Oh shit. Hold on now. God damn. I can't fucking get the shit to. There we go. All right, there we go. Boom, bap.
I'll hit not interested quickly. Like, I'm not gonna listen to it.
Right. My question too always is to the ladies and to the guys. What is your life like in real life? So when you're not on social media, are men approaching you? That's my question to you. Is the reality of your situation different from what they're saying online? That's how I like everyone to look at it. Forget what people say to you, call you this. They can say anything about you. But when you leave your house, what is the reality?
To answer your question, yes, men do, approach me. And I think when they hear my standards for myself, it's, I don't have a ridiculous expectation for people that's unrealistic for even myself. I give grace to everyone because I'm a human too. We all have, we're all humans. However, yes, they do. But I do think that once they learn that, especially this is more common with men without kids. And me personally, I'm not a fan of dating men without kids just because I just don't think that, number one, I don't want to have any more kids. Okay, so I know that about myself and I don't want to set a false expectation or leave room for someone to get into something that they think that they're going to get something that they're not. But yes, my reality is different from online. And so that's why I also said I wanted to encourage a lot of other single women because we're in this chat.
Bullshit. Because if her life was different than in online, that bitch wouldn't be calling her up asking them fucking questions. The fuck out of here. You wouldn't be concerned about it. You know what I'm saying? Kev gets in this bitch ass right here, man. Oh man.
For me, the weight and health thing has kind of. So I had a baby when I was 20, and I had health complications, and I've actually over the past couple of years I've been on a health journey.
Oh wow, okay, so this makes it even a bit worse. She's a single baby mama, overweight, and has an amazing career. The type of thing she's going to require versus what she's it's just not.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. That's a big thing.
Okay.
You got pregnant in college?
I did. I got pregnant in college, and I took 2 years off.
Okay,
And
so
then I went
so
back.
so where's the father of the child?
So the father of the child is my ex-husband, and we co-parent our son together.
Okay, so I gotta ask, why aren't y'all married?
I can tell you why they ain't mad, because she got a fucking degree or some shit and probably left that nigga.
To make a very long story short, for two reasons. One is we shouldn't have been married in the first place. I think it's something we did not plan to have a kid. And, we wanted to make, or at least I did, wanted to make, give the child a chance.
Who filed for divorce?
I did. After we were separated.
Of course you
for
did.
2 years.
Why'd you file for divorce?
We were separated for 2 years.
Why'd you file for divorce? Why'd you separate for 2 years?
So we separated due to pregnancy violence and abuse in the relationship.
Were the police involved?
Yeah.
Was he ever locked up?
Yeah. Yes, we did.
What?
No, you said we or he?
No, he did.
Okay. And you co-parent.
Yeah.
So he's not a threat to the child.
No, he after taking some time, he made the choice to, get into some long-term counseling.
How's that working?
And it's working fine. I mean,
The reason I'm asking all these questions, man, and your first name again was?
Brianna.
Brianna. Let me just roll it down. Having a baby at 20 years old seriously affected your long-term opportunities. That's high-value men are out of the question. High-value men. Why would a man making $300,000 want a single mother? You're not a baby mama, you're a divorcee. Okay? No shade, none at all. You got married young, you had a baby young. You were both immature. But I'm going to tell you, if no one else does, your best bet is to reconcile with your ex-husband. Because he has a better shot on the open market of landing a woman with no children than you have a shot of landing a high-value man. You guys got married young, and there was violence. I'm going to accept that as hold on. I'm not going to go into that part of it because you said he's getting help and he's better. And I asked because you said he's co-parenting the child. That means the child is not in danger. A man is a danger to you. You don't co-parent with him. That's why I cannot go down that path. I have to go with what's on the ground. Now, that's coming from a man who's just out here. I gotta tell you this. Men often say women with children are side chick material at best.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh gosh, is that really what they
Smash
say?
and dash,
Yes,
man.
dear, because
Smash and dash. That's it. Like, yo. And the reason is, do you know why? It ain't none of our manosphere, red pill. It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with the women. If the women weren't up here being so fucking ungrateful and nasty and rude, men would still be doing it. They would still be under the trance. They were doing it like they knew that it was a sacrifice. It wasn't until later that they saw they didn't get no reward for it. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, they said, you know what, man, I raised them. You know, it is what it is, whatever. But when they started coming online and trashing and bashing men, that's when that shit started to really take effect. Like, yo, man, we ain't really doing this shit with these bras. We gotta move this shit over. Yeah, it don't make sense for us to do it now. Where's the bathroom? Wait a second.
Here's the thing. I mean, let's just go ahead and play this out. You have is your child a boy or a girl?
Oh, he is a boy.
A boy's boy. How old is he?
He's 6.
He's 6. Okay. So let's say you mess around and you meet Keith Henry, black man, on partner track at a law firm. You guys got the power couple thing going on, right? And he's 35. And you're 26. Let's make him 30. Let's make him 33. 33, tall, dark, chocolate, whatever. All the good shit, right? He proposes to you with a 3-carat rock from Tiffany. He's paying for the wedding. All that stuff goes out. You know you don't ever have to work a day in your life. All you have to do is be Miss Henry. Okay? Now, little dude comes home, is in trouble, and he needs a whooping. Can Keith give him a whooping?
No, he can't. I mean, that's what the doctors say.
No, well then I suggest you carry your ass on out of the dating market until your child is 18 years old. Because, man, if you think any man worth any salt is going to be a fool like I was and be a stepfather, knowing what we know now, you're out of your mind.
That's it, nigga. Go ahead, nigga. Go ahead, Kev. Yo. Go ahead, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's where I get this shit from. This nigga here, man. Damn. Yo, I wish I'd have came across this motherfucker years before, bro. Damn. I came across Kev like 2 years before his death. Damn, man, that shit got me excited talking that shit. Tell her that shit, nigga.
No, he can't. I mean, that's what the doctors say.
No, well then I suggest you carry your ass on out of the dating market until your child is 18 years old. Because, ma'am, if you think any man worth any salt is going to be a fool like I was to be a stepfather, knowing what we know now, you're out of your mind. There's no man who's of high value who's going to go take on another man's responsibility, set you down. Why would he make himself that and then have to take care of your kid when he can't discipline him? So he has all the responsibilities of a father and none of the rights.
Not only that, I was in the bathroom when this part was up. Let me see.
You're 26. That's
So when you hear him describe this guy, right? Listen to how he describes the guy.
Let's make him 33. 33, tall, dark, chocolate, whatever. All the good shit, right? He proposes to you with a 3-carat rock from Tiffany. He's paying for the wedding. All that stuff goes out. You know you don't ever have to work a day in your life. All you have to do is be Miss Henry.
That part. Why does she deserve that? Like, I need a why. 300,000 a year, in shape, good-looking dude. Even if he wasn't in shape, it don't even matter. Why does she deserve that? Why do all women think they deserve that? You know how much shit you gotta miss to get a job making $300,000, man? That's why the niggas that make that type of money ain't fucking good looking, man. You good looking, you ain't got time to be doing that shit. You playing sports, you ain't got time to be doing that shit. You captain of the football team or basketball team, or you smashing mad bitches in high school, you don't got time to be doing that bullshit, bro. That's why the richest motherfuckers is. Oh, look at Jeff Bezos' funny looking ass. Look at Bill Gates' funny looking ass. Who else was rich? All the rich niggas is funny looking ass niggas. Average, because they don't got time to be doing that shit. When you that nigga in school, you ain't got time to be fucking building yourself up to be a fucking millionaire or billionaire, let alone a billionaire. Come on, nah.
Okay? Now, little dude comes home, is in trouble, and he needs a whooping. Can Keith give him a whooping? That's good.
That bitch said, real quick, too. She said that shit real quick, too. You can't touch my kid. I can't, what I can't pay for is motherfucking, I can't pay for his private tuition either. Yeah, no. I can't pay for his private tuition. I can't pay for his fucking summer camp and goddamn, in the fucking Hampton. I can't pay for none of that shit, then. Nah.
No, we can't. I mean, that's what the doctors say.
No, well then, I suggest you carry your ass on out of the dating market until your child is 18 years old. Because, ma'am, if you think any man worth any salt is going to be a fool like I was of your stepfather, knowing what we know now, you're out of your mind. There's no man who's high value who's going to go take on another man's responsibility, set you down. Why would he make himself that and then have to take care of your kid and he can't discipline him? So he has all the responsibilities of a father and none of the rights. You plan on having any more children?
No.
No, you don't. So this motherfucker don't even get a kid. No, so the guy don't even get a kid.
Well, now that I'm married, I'm not.
I said you married. I said you married.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Nah, I don't believe that shit. That bitch knew what the fuck he said. She knew what he said. She just trying to cover it up now. Well, I know if he's married. Hell no.
Ma'am, let me just go ahead. First of all, reasons why you side chick material is number one. You you're gonna have to give up your single girlfriend to get a high value man. You're gonna likely have to give up your social media because this culture and this no, that's too much. High value men don't do women with active social media. No, you're gonna have to lose all that weight. Dress size 4 is where you're gonna have to stay, preferably closer to a 2. But you're gonna be a 4 to get a high value.
Really?
Let me keep going because let me go ahead and give you a full dose of reality. You talk about a man that's making that kind of money. Why would he not just go? He's gonna get what he wants. Why would he deal? And you've already had a kid, and even if you were that fine, ain't no man gonna put up with not being able to discipline a child in his house. That would be no man. That's why I told you better get back with your ex-husband. Because here's the last thing: the money you make. I hope you cool with you only gonna get an allowance. You don't have a checkbook.
You ain't gonna have a checkbook, mama. What the hell? Yeah, you ain't gonna have a checkbook, mama. Get rid of your social media. Get rid of your friends. You ain't gonna be able to like that little bitch in fucking Thailand. That little thought. Putting that man through hell. She probably putting that nigga through hell, man. This nigga wanna know where his kid at. This bitch got his kid somewhere doing something dumb. This shit crazy, man. Look at this bitch.
Okay, y'all, I just wrapped up class. Oh, y'all are gonna come with me to do some birthday nails here in Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, so I'm gonna take y'all I got a birthday nail set to do. I am 5 months pregnant, but the grind still don't stop, And y'all know I only pop out for special occasions. You know what I'm saying? We don't really be outside for real, but if it's your birthday or you got a special occasion, you know you can hit your girl up. Y'all know I am a nail instructor and I have my online nail training academy. And we are in our last 6 week, we're on our 5th week of our 6 week program. So I have class every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In the
I hate this bitch already. I don't know why.
Wisdom, y'all. Okay. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
Yeah.
She over here fucking got her damn video on Whisper, bitch. Video on Whisper. Fuck this bitch. Yo, you know, I'm about to start dubbing motherfuckers when they video on Whisper, bro. Tired of struggling trying to hear. What they say? Struggling trying to hear what the hell you saying.
Would you be willing to move across the country with your high-value husband?
Absolutely.
Would you be willing to switch religions?
Absolutely.
But he can't. But he cannot discipline your child.
Oh no, he can. I just the whooping part.
Yes, the whooping. Cause see, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You're a woman. You're a woman, and you said your boy is a full boy. So you said you. But see, the problem is a 7-year-old boy. I'm gonna tell you right now. Your little timeouts and things that don't work. He's gonna need his ass whipped. And even the No. You're for no. Don't play games with me. You're for discipline. Discipline ain't an ass whooping. Can your ex-husband whoop his own son's ass?
Seldom.
I said, can't. I wish you would. I said, can he?
I mean, that's fine. I can.
Can he?
What's wrong with this bitch, man?
That's his son.
So the man who's the stepfather should be able to do it just as well.
But I think that will be a conversation between.
No, it's not a conversation between him and no, it ain't. It's a conversation.
It is. And that's where things get hairy. That is one of the major problems of dealing with a fucking baby mama, yo. If you dealing with a baby mama and the child's father is in the picture and you're expected to stand in as the in-house dad, technically you should be able to whoop this kid's ass, but emotionally, no, dudes feel like you're not putting your hand on my kids. And I understand that. I got kids. You can't put your hand on my kids. She just fucked up. She just fucked up. She should have did the right thing and kept everything together or whatever it is. But you put your hands on my kid, it's everybody gonna be fucked up. You and her. And then the kids is gonna be fucked up in the head because they done seen some wild shit. So that's why women don't listen. They'll do what the fuck they want to do. They'll hear what they want to hear. So that's why we got to tell them, man, don't even give them a choice in the matter. Don't fuck with them, bro. If y'all on some, you know what I'm saying, connecting with and y'all smashing and just, it's just a sexual thing, make sure you strap up, man, because pussy come with problems. All pussy comes with some form of problems. Either the entire bitch or somebody attached to her. But it's going to come with some problems. So if she got a kid, man, and, there's a lot of chicks out here with no kids in their 40s. They got some high mileage on them, but they ain't got no kids. It's crunch time for their ass. You might be able to pull something if you feel like it, you know what I'm saying? But 45 down. And a chick between fucking 19 and fucking 45, they trash. You dudes are fucked. you're fucked. This is we're actually dealing with products from the crack era. You remember the 80s? I think it was 84. There was a lot of women who got pregnant and had crack babies. You know what I'm saying? And oh, guess what? Them crack babies, they don't stay babies forever. They grow up. Sometimes they have motherfucking kids, and they pass on that disrupted DNA onto their kids. Sometimes mental illness skips a generation. That pops might not have it, but you got it. So when we see all of this craziness that these bitches are doing, they got all of this mental illness. These are the products of the crack era. That's part of their lineage. Like this little bitch probably is a product of that shit. She probably got that shit in her bloodline some damn way. Where a little raggedy ass at? This little nigga here. Probably the product of some crack era shit.
Okay, y'all, so I'm about to cook my first meal overseas. If you've ever traveled to Bali or ever lived in...
All these motherfuckers that like to put on these hawk fingernails, these big ass lashes, all this crazy ass makeup, like this weird ass train of thought. What is this shit? Look at this shit. Yeah, what is it?
2024 pregnant girl anthem. Yeah, titties on fleek, ayy, ass on geek, belly on bump, and he still tryna hump. Yeah, titties on fleek, ass on geek, belly on bump, and he still tryna hump. Yeah, titties on fleek, ass on geek.
Motherfucking Compton. Shout out to the nigga Compton. What up, B? What's going on with you, man? I gotta find some kind of Compton shit to play when you show up. I'm gonna find something today, man. What's good with you, man? Yeah, man. We gotta get on these bitches. This is a dragging session. We dragging them today. Me, Cortez, Terminator 2, we dragging them today, pop.
Belly on bump, and he still...
This shit, this nigga said, you are gorgeous. I might move to Thailand just for you. What? What? Niggas, man, what the fuck is this? You gotta be kidding me. She said, bruh, and she laughed. I got a little ring too, ain't it? Just like, I don't understand. Look at this stupid shit on her fucking head. Now, what I'm saying is, I believe that there's a little crackish, there's a little residue in this human being right here. I'm looking at this shit right here. This is a little kind of crackish. Now, mind you, this the one, she got a kid already, and she left the kid home in America with her mama and said she was coming to fucking Thailand. Bitch pull up in Thailand and got pregnant. Made some nigga out there baby daddy. And that's how we know it's not black men. When you hear these women say, oh, this is the not accountability shit, like the fucking thing up there. When you hear them say, oh, black men are making all of these fucking babies, and this is, no, we not. And she had just became part of the statistics of the women who have babies by men other than black, and make them baby daddies. that Thailand culture, them motherfuckers have culture for real. They got a certain way they shit go down over there. Like they're not like us. Like, you know, we got that baby mama culture shit out here. But them niggas, they had the same shit for centuries. Yeah. Yeah. Same here. Same here, man. Same here, man. That's why this shit is so foreign, man. Like, keep it real with you, Compton. Well, it took me becoming an adult to realize how lucky I was. I was born in 77. And for me to be born to two parents who were not on crack or heroin or in a jail system, that was a blessing, bro. Because that shit was everywhere. If you was born to a set of parents and you didn't experience that, man, you're lucky. Because there's millions of people who actually had to experience that. Big facts. What the fuck?
No, it ain't a conversation between nobody. He's paying the bills. See, that's why you need to go back to your ex-husband.
And this is why it's all wrong. See, all these little discrepancies are real life scenarios people are living. But you want this man to have all of the responsibility and zero authority around the house. And then this man has to constantly be reminded that another person had an offspring and he's running around doing whatever he wants, but then he has to go check in with that lesser man for permission on how to do things around his house. Men don't want that. This is why we always say,
yo, real shit. Real shit. They give the best advice, kid. Yeah, when you think about it, there's no better advice that you could get from a person who been in trouble. They could tell you, nah, nigga, that shit gonna get you. You know, when you fight a nigga and you beat him up and you dig his pockets, yeah, that's gonna get you 2 to 3. Yeah, nah, you can't do like that shit. That shit holds weight. Regular straight lace pops will tell you, nah, man, you don't do that. You don't take nothing from nobody, blah, 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 blah. Pops that been through it, he could tell you, listen, nigga. Nah, you can't, don't do that. You and your homeboy jump somebody, nigga, and then you run his pockets, nigga, that's up here in New York. That's gang assault and robbery, nigga. 2 or more gang assault. And you robbed them? Oh, now you niggas gotta do at least minimum 5 years. At least. So yeah, it's good to have, you know what I mean? A lot of times, man, advice, it don't matter who it come from, man. Just like with when people go to the place of worship, man. Yeah. I saw my step pops and I actually saw what man not to be from my pops and my step pops. I remember looking and say, you know, man, when I get grown, I don't want to do that. From both of them. Both of them. Yeah. I think I don't know if it's all kids, man, but I think some kids got that, man, where they could just be like, where they can learn. You know, they could see some shit. They say, oh, no, I don't want to go over there. You know how you got some water buffalo crossing the motherfucking river out there, and they see an alligator snatch one of them niggas. Some of the buffaloes is like, oh, nah, I ain't going that way. The other ones just keep going. But you know what, man? I really can't complain, dog. Like, out of all of the fuckery that go on in the world, A lot of us can't complain. Look, the only thing we complaining about now is bitches. How blessed are we? That's our biggest complaint. Some silly ass bras. Thank you, Lord. Nigga don't want no real problems. We can handle these problems. Well, except for old boy that blew his brains out last week. You know, he was arguing with that bitch, man. She got him she got him angry enough to kill her and himself. We don't want to get there. Just don't even. If you dealing with a chick and that bitch talk crazy to you, don't get any further than her. Don't get any closer with her, man. You know? You know what I'm saying? Women in today's society, they're so protected, you can't really give them the guidance and the rules that will keep everything cool. They call the cops on you. You know what I'm saying? But you got some chicks, man, they fucking need a, you know what I'm saying? A little wop every now and then. That chick, the way she was yelling at that nigga and antagonizing him and embarrassing him, yeah, she's supposed to get her shit pushed back a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bad deal. And if you think that men are gonna sit here and put up with bad deals in this time and space,
you better not. Times is hard. Niggas is losing jobs. Yeah, no female can make me take my life. That's good, bro. A lot of niggas, they haven't woken up yet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, a lot of us. A lot of us think that a woman is the pinnacle of life. That's the problem. That's our problem. That's our problem. A lot of men think a woman is the pinnacle of life, man. You're not put here on the planet just to pay for this bitch bills. You put here on the planet to be active. You know what I'm saying? That's why we here. So God could look at us and say, oh, look at the motherfuckers over there building shit. That's why the fuck we here. You know? For you to be happy as a man, you got to be active. You got to be building something. You got to be creating something. You know what I'm saying? That shit, when you create something and other motherfuckers look at it, like, yo, that shit cool, man. And, like, that shit makes you feel good. That's why you see dudes, back in the day, dudes, they used to work on a car. They would get a piece of shit car, bro, and they would bring that shit to life. Even if it took them 5, 6, 7 years. That was their project. Because that made them feel good. Right? Our job is to be active. That fulfills us. A woman's job is to be fucking productive. Yeah, that's her job. To sit down there and fucking produce shit. You know? Maintain shit. Keep busy. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes them feel good. That's why, you know, they used to like cooking and keeping the house clean, and everybody comes in and everybody's in a good mood because the house is clean, there's food that's already prepared. Like they like that shit. That shit made them feel good. And our shit was fixing the fucking, the washing machine break, nigga, and you fix that shit, nigga. You know how the fuck that feel? Where you could fix some shit around the house? That shit is fucking nothing like it. Or when you teach your kid something, you teach your kid how to catch the ball, or how to fucking make a jump shot, or how to change the tire. Like, that shit makes us feel good. We got to be active. Bitches got to be productive. You know what I'm saying? But these bros today, man, the teaching is gone, man. Listen, it's a fucked up world. You just got to ride it out, kid. You just got to ride it out. Pass on what you could pass on to whoever you could pass it on to. And just enjoy the rest of it, man. These motherfuckers don't know what the hell's going on. There used to be there's a guy, a white dude named Jim Rome, and I'll never forget. He said, "How many leaves does a tree produce?" And we said, "As many as that motherfucker can." How tall does it grow? As tall as it can. Humans are the only species that do not live to their full potential. And that shit just hit me like, damn. That motherfucker right. We don't live to our full potential. Harvard did a fucking study, a 25-year study, bro. These niggas did a 25-year study. The Jungle Show. Wait a minute. Which one is, who is that? Yeah, we create damn near everything that makes the world move, man. Everything, nigga, everything. Everything. Boats. To fucking, you want some shit that's only made over there? Nigga, we done made a way to get that shit from over there to over here. Like, it's like shit so simple, people just take it for granted. Like, hey, the shit that we made, that we want, we made a way to get it, or we built it. Damn, that's just amazing, man. That's just amazing. Where we at?
High value man, you think to tell me a man has got to go out and do all this in the world, got to come home and negotiate with your ex-Negro to determine whether or not he can whoop this? No. That's why I said no. Man, this is why a lot of times women hear men say single mother this, single mother that, and you think it's a bunch of hate, a bunch of angry men. But this is the practicality. A man who is in the top 10% of earners, top 5% of earners, top 1% of earners does not have to take a woman who is overweight and has already reproduced a child with another man that he cannot discipline. That is why I said you would do your best bet is to get back with your ex. Because high value is nowhere in your future. Everybody wins the lottery, but do you live your life on lottery odds, accountants? Do you live your life on lottery odds, CPA? No, you don't. Whatever your ex was going through, I'm going to say you probably needed too. You need therapy as well. You need therapy. He's saying he's done some work. You need couples counseling. Put your family back together. Carry y'all's ass over into the sunset and leave the other folks alone.
Get out of here. Don't bring your ass out here with the regular people. Don't mix it. Don't come out here with 2 kids and shit from another nigga. Go back to that nigga. That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be, man. You should have you should need a license to have a fucking kid. And the only way you get the license is you got to be married, bitch. That's how that, oh my God, I swear if I was a ruler or some kind of, yeah, you think motherfuckers hate Trump? Nigga. He just a businessman that do shit for niggas every now and then. You know, let a nigga out of jail here, let a nigga out of jail there. Listen, man, me? You had kids? Nah, bitch, look. You gotta apply. Everything gotta be true. It's gonna be a true or false. And you better make sure everything is true on that bitch. Have you had a stable residence for the last 5 years? True. Have you had a stable income for the last 5 years? True. Do you make over $70,000? True. Are you married? True. Yeah. You can get your license. You can get your license to have a kid. cars, phones, computers, jets, medicine. Fucking China, them niggas made an artificial sun, nigga. Jim Rome. That's why they snatched him and put him in foster care. It was some chick, man. They caught this broad sleeping in a car and shit. She had to have her sister come pick the damn kids up. Yeah, that bitch was talking about, oh, I'm tired because I was at work. I said, bitch. Yeah, man. I miss Kevin Samuels, though, man. That nigga had a lot of wisdom.
And you'll be happy you did.
She don't want to hear that shit. So if she got with dude in college, they had a baby, and then all of a sudden she divorced him. And a lot of times, man, you know what it is too? The world, like, all right, you know, you shouldn't be hitting motherfuckers for no reason and shit, bro. But some shit you gotta teach a motherfucker not to do. And the best way the stove taught a motherfucker not to touch him was when the stove was hot. Nah, that was a different one. The one I'm talking about is a newer one. It was on one of the, what's them shits called? Them police cams. Yeah, that shit was like a body cam shit. Yeah, but that shit was crazy too. That shit was horrible. I think she lost 2 kids that night, right? Damn, man. Shit crazy, man.
I don't want to answer that, but I
But
do have a question. Go ahead.
fuck your question. I want to go on where homeboy at. Yeah, that color purple shit had me mad. This how the fuck they painted all of us, man.
I know something's coming.
Sister, you've been on my mind.
He beat me when you ain't here. He beat me for not being here. You're poor, you're ugly, you're nothing at all.
Let's sing and dance and holler. Just trying to be loved.
Everything you've done to me.
Now this part right here. Shout out to what's my man name? Shout out to the Angry Man. The Angry Man broke down this movie in that scene. He said dude had a name, but they called him Mr. because Mr. was supposed to represent all of the black men. That's who he represented. And this part right here where she's putting the curse on Mr. saying, until you do right by me, everything you do gonna turn to shit. So until you do right by black women, everything you do. So that was the fucking imagery in this fucking movie. Danny Glover, yeah, when that nigga was younger. Right? This is her. This the woman that wrote this movie. This is what she was saying about there's a curse on black men because they're not treating black women right. Well, you know what? Since 1870, these bitches have been treasonous. 1870, black men got the right to vote, but you know what they had to do to get that? They had to go through white women and black women. So when we got the right to vote, white women wanted the right to vote as well. And they was like, well, we'll be damned if only white men and niggas could vote. Because they were our slaves too. So I'd be damned if he could vote before me. They went to Keisha and got Keisha to join the bandwagon, told them, yo, them niggas is going to be just as bad as the white man. If you let them get in there, y'all need to join us and rally with us to get the vote. And then as they got closer and closer, Keisha saw the real thing with them, because they had like a lot of racist fucking ideologies and shit. And they was like, man, these bitches really don't care about us. Narratives and dialogues. What's good? Yeah, they had all us food. Yo, they had me food. I thought that was a great movie, man. Just looking at this movie, and when he broke the shit down, I was like, oh shit. They've been, yeah, oh man, they've been doing us dirty, bro. And they ain't got the nerve to talk about Tyler Perry, about his movie and how he portrays them. None of them bitches said anything about The Color Purple. None of them bitches said anything about that 4 colored girls. You remember that? When the dude dropped the kids out the fucking window and all that shit. All that shit is bullshit. Because when you look at the stats, more kids die or are neglected by single mothers than they are by single fathers. That shit was in the millions. Yeah, she followed Karen's footsteps. Oh, damn, what was it? Harpo? Was it Harpo that was a simp? Yeah, Harpo. Yeah. And they said that the way he talked to her, calling her black and ugly and all that shit, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I want you to listen to this shit here. Where this shit at? Let me see. I got a song on this motherfucker by, what is it? What's the name of that shit? I don't want no black woman. Let me see. Damn. 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 It's a jet black woman. Damn. It was like a chain gang song. Hold on, let me find that shit. Motherfuckers was making songs like that on a chain gang. What did the woman do? What did black women do to men back then? For them to make this fucking song. Hold on. Not just black woman. Where that shit at, man? Here you go. Alan Lomax. All right, let me find him. Alan Lomax. Yeah. go. Man, these niggas playing, man. Fucking iTunes playing. Listen to this shit. Nigga said, I don't want no jet black woman because she too mean, bro. What? What the fuck was they doing to niggas back then? What were they doing to niggas back then? For them to make this song. So, you know, they say all that shit about Tyler Perry and all that, man. They've been doing something to us for a minute. And we gonna let my man right here pick it up from there.
90% chance.
You know, some be going off.
That child is gonna be delinquent. That child is going to end up being a runaway. That child is going to end up on drugs, or that child is going to end up going to jail. This ain't rocket science.
Yo, don't forget, what's her name just went and made herself a baby mama. That chick, Ebony K. Williams. She went, froze her eggs, and went and got a donor. Made herself a baby mama, man. Like he said, knowing all of the statistics. Now, she may have the finances to keep nice clothes on his back and food in his belly and shit like that, but there's going to be an aspect of that kid's mentality that needs that testosterone around there to help regulate it. I really hope she has a girl, but I think she had a fucking boy.
The reason why the black community progressively gets worse and is never going to get fixed because the black community refuses to acknowledge what the real problem is. It's the women. Here. Oh! I empty my Glock in his chest.
That's a fact.
Period. Point blank, period. And the fact that our community doesn't even want to consider that shit speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is the other side of the coin. The other side of the coin that I want to talk about is why is it socially acceptable to constantly and consistently tear down black men? In our community, you can't even critique the women a little bit without being considered a woman hater, a basher, all of these ridiculous things.
Yo, I say embrace that shit personally. Me, I embrace it. I bash the shit out. I have some nights where it's just a woman bashing session. Why? Because they are never held accountable. So we gotta have a woman bashing session. They're not held accountable. We got a few chicks, right? Out of all of the millions, we got a few chicks who are actually on social media who understand our plight and are strong enough in a way where a woman can tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way she should be strong is in telling the truth and acknowledging that she's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the majority, the sisterhood, all of this shit, man, them motherfuckers want to keep a narrative going on that they're the best and they're doing the best and they all of the problems in their life and then in the black community is because of the black man. The first thing they want to say, oh, well, y'all the leaders, right? Yeah, you know how many leaders got, like, nigga, if that's what you got, that's what you got. That's why LeBron left motherfucking Cleveland the first damn time, bro. He ain't had shit to work with.
But they can call us everything but a child of God. They can call us sorry. They can call us raggedy. They can question our sexuality simply because we don't want to do something that they want us to do. They can call.
That's a big fact, especially on social media. Like what's that shit called? TikTok. There was a bitch up there. Her page was birthing your enemy, right? And that bitch, you could not get her page flagged or taken down or nothing, bro. You couldn't. Right? She said some of the most horrible fucking things about black men on there. You know how long it took to get Cynthia G off of YouTube? The bitch is back now. Let me see if I can find this bitch real quick. I can't find it. Hopefully she gone, but I doubt she gone. That bitch probably just changed her name.
Us deadbeats. They can go in on us. And they'll have the nerve to say something about black unity and how black people shouldn't tear each other down while simultaneously dragging black men's image through the damn mud. And what's worse is they expect us to accept it. How is it K. Michelle can sit right there in front of a black man and talk about black men ridiculously and he don't say nothing?
We ain't all made equal, bro. He right about that shit. That nigga Cam Newton entertained all that shit.
Could he sit his ass in front of any black woman and talk about them like that without them giving pushback, without them calling him him a coward and weak and all these other things. It ain't rocket science. It ain't rocket science. It ain't rocket science. If you got a household and your household is always you got children in that house, you got teenagers or whatever, and that household is in disarray, and that household is always some shit, it's always some arguing, it's always some bickering, I can tell you who the problem is. I can tell you who the problem is. All you gotta do is point me to the child that you favor the most. The child that you never call out, the child that you never critique, the child that you never discipline, the child that is entitled, the child that's spoiled, the child that think they can do whatever the fuck they want. That's the problem, child. It ain't the one you're always on. It ain't the one you're always scrutinizing. Black men is Chris from Everybody Hates Chris. Black women is the little sister on that show. I'll say it again. Black men are Chris from Everybody Hates Chris. Black women is the little sister.
So, you know, we all pretty much know this, right? What we don't know, and we should take a look at and question is, what does accountability look like for this woman? What is just, what is fair? You know, you see the brother putting them heavy ass fucking stones up there on that scale. You feel me? What? She ain't got a goddamn stone in that bitch. She don't think she should accept responsibility for nothing. Right? So what if we had the opportunity to make her accept responsibility? What does that look like? What does that look like her doing? Well, I don't know. But I know she needs to be held accountable for her shit. You know? Maybe it looked like her not having kids by niggas that she just met. Maybe it looked like her not having kids, you know, until she's married. Maybe it looked like her not twerking every damn where and her not going inside a Lululemon and doing all that dumb shit. Maybe it looked like them dressing different, covering up. Maybe it looked like just them not fighting like fucking cats and dogs. I think that is a simple fucking start, man. Women don't have libido dominandi, the lust for dominance. They don't have that in their gene where they want to conquer fucking countries and continents and armies and shit. That's not in them. So all they gotta do is just be a lady. Is it because there's no image of what a lady look like? The only image they got is fucking Sexy Red and all these other bitches, Lotto and what's the other bitch? Glorilla and shit. Bro, Beyonce, the bitch they idolize, Beyonce don't even act like that, bro. Beyonce's married, got kids. She don't be up there talking shit about Jay. She can't talk shit about Jay-Z. Jay-Z put her in a motherfucking place. Yeah. He love the hell out of his out of his wife, man. But he'll put ass in check.
It is beyond ridiculous. The amount. Let me tell you something. The amount of women on the internet talking crazy about black men, we would never be able to say the stuff about them that they say about us.
True.
We'd never be able to say it. And what makes it more infuriating is they do all of that while simultaneously playing the victim. I don't think I've ever experienced anything more frustrating in my life. They are literally causing countless problems while simultaneously pretending like somebody's doing something to them. Just like that woman talking about some, oh no, I'm not gonna be taking care of this kid by myself. Oh, deadbeat nigga. You didn't have to have sex with that nigga. You didn't have to have sex with that nigga. You certainly didn't have to have sex with him raw. Even after you got pregnant, you didn't even have to have a kid.
Yep.
But somehow he's the one that's messed up in the head. And then the funny thing is, I saw somebody say, first of all, these migrants, what they don't understand is that they were propped up to believe that they're better than black people because black people were the social experiment to prove what could be done when you make a certain group of people a permanent underclass. And I'm sitting there listening, I'm like, the only experiment that I'm concerned about is the experiment where the powers that be prop you, the black woman, up to believe that she is above her man and then give you all the necessary tools to not need your man. And then you got the nerve to take full advantage of that, but simultaneously talk some pro-black shit. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, they literally run around here. If you listen to them, they've made it seem like they, as black women, have went through more than what black men went through during Jim Crow, during Reconstruction, and during slavery. If you listen to them,
this nigga ain't even lying. He ain't told no lie, bro. And if you recall the live we did where we played the video of Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin called The Conversation, he was explaining what it was like to be a black man in that time, right? Black women, prior to affirmative action, where were they? They weren't working. Where were they? They were in the house. Who was outside? The men. So they came across and had more racial, they experienced more racial tension, more trauma, death. Back in the day when they came by the crib at night, when everybody was sleeping, they came by the crib, set a damn, what do you call that? Set the fucking cross on the lawn and shit on fire. Or they come through, not banging on the door, looking for the man. They wasn't looking for the chick. They was hunting the dude because the dude was a threat. She wasn't perceived as a threat. She was perceived as easy to get along, easy to train, in the fucking office. They ain't want to put Jamal or Jerome up in that fucking office, especially after the Black Power movement. We were looked at as some serious motherfuckers. They were scared. They were like, nah, man, you can't hire them niggas. Them niggas was rowdy. Ah, man, we got to figure out a way not to get them in here. So when they did that shit, when they found the loophole, you know, where the black chick was counted as a double minority, she was black. That's one box checked. She was a female. That was a second box check. So they could hire black women over black men and get double the damn recognition. They could stay in compliance with the federal order. Wow, they was laughing at us and shit.
Believe that their situation was worse than black men's situation. Last time I checked, most of the strange fruit I saw was male.
Thank you. Yes.
Last time I checked, most of the strange fruit that I saw in photos was male.
And if you want to elaborate on that, from 1865 to 1965, they did a survey of just hangings, not shootings and, you know, just beating niggas up, stabbing. They did a survey of lynchings only. From 1865 to 1965, it totaled out to be about 5,000. You know how many out of that 5,000 were black women? 121. 121 were black women out of that 5,000. So yeah, man, he's right, B. He's right.
And here's the bigger question. If these women claim that they went through more than us men in slavery, right? Why is swirling the thing?
Damn.
Can somebody answer that question for me?
Yo, this nigga be asking questions that's crazy. He be asking the illest questions. You say, yo, if that shit was a big deal, why the fuck is swirling a thing? Divesting. You ever go by one of those divesting channels? Just type in divesting in the fucking YouTube search and just go check on some of them bitches and hear what they saying. Preferably check out the divested Z-Lot. You'll hear some horrible shit about us. Yeah. Blackistan. What do they say? Blackistan.
If they went through more than us in slavery, Reconstruction, and Jim Crow. Because if you listen to them today, what do they say? They'll say, oh, the biggest problem in this country is white male. When they're playing the victim card,
Yeah.
in their lefty politics and Democrat agenda, they will swerve now the biggest problem in this country is the white male. But the majority of them are married to white men. That doesn't make sense. There's a lie somewhere. There's a lie somewhere.
Fly in the milk.
And I personally believe the lie is that, oh, we went through so much and we were so oppressed and we were... If that were true, swirling wouldn't be a thing.
There wouldn't be so many light-skinned babies either. Let's talk about that.
If that were true, you wouldn't have had K. Michelle just sitting up there on Cam Newton's podcast talking about how white men are basically better than black men. Because that's basically what she was saying.
Yep. Yep.
How does that work? How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? That don't make no sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've even heard black women blame black men for black people being slaves in the first place. They'll say, well, we were slaves, you didn't do anything. You let the slave master brutalize us. So let me understand this perfectly clear. You're blaming the black man who was also in bondage instead of the person that put you in bondage, because to this day, you compare the descendants of the people that put you in bondage to black men and say that they're better. Now, if that's the logic that you're trying to go with, that doesn't really make sense. Now, I know what some of you white folks in here are going to say. You're going to say, well, come on, Angry Man, that's not fair to us because we never enslaved anybody. And guess what? We was never no slaves. But the weird thing is, how can a woman today how can a black woman today blame a black man today for what wasn't done in slavery, but not be upset with a white man today for what was done in slavery?
Wow.
See how that doesn't make logical sense? That doesn't make logical sense. The same way that she cannot blame today's white man for what white men did during slavery, she can't blame today's black man for what he didn't do during slavery. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it slower. The same way black women cannot blame today's white man for what white men did in the past during slavery, she also cannot blame today's black man for what black men didn't do back in the day during slavery. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. Check this shit out. So this chick here, who is this? This might be risky. Who is this? Let me see something here. Okay. Because up here it says, K. Michelle was right. The duty of sex. What?
And me giving my seat up for some old hag?
I think, are you
No.
are you really chivalrous if you are only protecting your investment?
It's mine, right?
Right, you're protecting what's yours, but are you truly chivalrous if you don't give up the seat on the bus?
Been only pursuing so much for the.
Yo, bro. She really arguing that? She's really arguing that? Give up the seat on the bus? No, bitch. No. Why not? Well, there's dudes out there who fucking work construction. Or maybe they work security. They security guards. Or maybe they in the academy, the police academy, whatever it is, they're working during the day. Right? This the only time they get to motherfucking sit down. Yo ass been sitting in a fucking office all day with goddamn AC and shopping on fucking Temu and dodging phone calls. Yo ass is sitting down all day. You could take this 45-minute ride home standing your ass up. You should have got there first. Fuck that, man. Nah, man, they want everything in the fucking world. Yo, the world is not theirs no more, man. It's not theirs no more. Nah, fuck you. No. Hell no.
For the attention of women. This is all, it sounds so new to me when I'm hearing it. but maybe I didn't have this perspective. Panel's a little bit late, but the show must go on. Already get your tickets to DC.
I think the whole thing of her saying that white men love her and she's only dating out of her race, not my preference. You know, whatever, you like what you like, but I felt like she was kind of bragging on them, but then turned around and like kind of was like,
What? Shout out to your great. Damn, that's 3 great. God damn. Shout out to the great grandfather, Pop. Shout out to him, man. 67th Colored Infantry from St. Louis. St. Louis went out there and got it popping, huh?
you know, like black men this, black men that, and I feel like, but you don't even like black men and you don't date them, so you know, I don't think you need to worry about that, right? I don't know. I feel like you're just doing too much. Like, it was like how I just saw that mashup. It just sounded crazy. I feel like the last part is like kind of valid, but the wrong messenger. After what she just said. About her only wanting to date white men and white men love her and all this and that. That's cool and all, but then in another breath, you're just like, I want black men to make families, and it's like, okay.
You know, K. Michelle said she want black men to make families and be in the fucking house and all this. That bitch had a baby, right? She wasn't home. She wasn't even home. That bitch was on tour. Her mama had a fucking kid. So you ain't even fucking make half a home. What are you talking about?
It's off, right? Like that, it just don't make sense.
It's like she kind of made herself look crazy a little bit.
Yeah, she said that's all I would like to do on top of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, geez, Louise. You know what I'm saying? Like, kick a nigga in the...
This one up here, she look like she just want to deep dive into a bag of victimhood right here, man. She don't like the way this shit going.
His teeth, why don't you? You know? Damn. What's up, Callie?
Okay, so if I want to give the most positive opinion possible, right? I would give her the same excuse that I would give men that date outside of their race. You can still be pro-black and want what's best for the black community and date outside your race, right?
What?
However,
wait,
you can still
want to clarify. You can be pro-black and sleep white?
You can still care about
That shit sound dumb as fuck.
the ills of the black community or whatever and still want what's best for black people because you are still black at the end of the day, but you date outside.
Yeah, they got that logic. They got that twisted logic, B, like that twisted T shit. This shit get me every time. B.
Already done with you.
Yo, I really feel like, yo, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I be looking at this shit sometimes. I'm like, we really need to. I think black men need to get angrier, more angry, bro, and more selfish. I think we need to be more selfish and more angry, and more focused on improving ourselves, man. I think we need to leave everybody behind, man. Meaning, when I say leave everybody behind, I ain't worried about this. I ain't worried about that. I don't give a fuck. What's gonna make me better? What's gonna make me put me in a better fucking position? Because you realize nobody likes us. I know y'all realize that shit. Nobody likes us. I thought we was cool with the fucking Spaniards. I thought we was cool with the Spaniards and shit. They don't even like it. I mean, like I kind of knew it, but I didn't know it was so deep. You know, I knew there was a little, like a little bullshit hate there, but I didn't know it ran this deep, bro.
They just got caught up in Florida for issuing CDLs to undocumented immigrants. Commercial driver license to undocumented immigrants. And they did not pass any test. They just gave them money for these licenses.
It's bad enough that we are on the road with people who can't drive. It's even worse when we're behind someone who's driving an 18-wheeler with no formal training and purchases his CDL.
Evidence suggests that hundreds, if not more than 1,000 fraudulent driver's licenses were issued as part of this scheme. It's been ongoing for over 2 years, and this investigation is continuing to be ongoing and will expand statewide as we work to identify those who receive licenses illegally and hold all parties accountable.
Now, I'm going to tell you, right? I myself almost got into trucking. I got my TWIC card and all that shit, right? And when I first was looking into it, I noticed it was good. It was good, right? You might be able to snag up 4 racks for a trip. Let's say from here to Florida, from New York to Florida, 4 racks, right? Then start to drop and drop and drop. And with this coming out, I see why it dropped, bro. If you got people in the DMV and other agencies giving the immigrants or migrants, whatever you want to call them, the illegals, licenses. Remember they were saying, yo, stop taking these cheap loads, stop taking these cheap loads. It was dumb niggas taking the cheap loads. So from a trip to New York to Florida, instead of it being $4,000, well, motherfucking Lewis would do it. Lewis would do it for fucking $3,000. Now Lewis and fucking Hector do it for fucking $2,500. It got down to like $1,400 to drive from New York to fucking Florida, bro. And everybody's bugging out like, yo, how is it? What the fuck? They were all on social media. Yo, stop taking these cheap loads, man. Like hold out, nigga. You like you're gonna get your load. Pause. Like you're gonna get your trip, bro. Like just don't. This motherfucker offering you $1,500 and you gonna say, all right, I'll do it. No, but that's what they were doing. All of them flooded this fucking market and drove the prices down. They were just taking anything. Yo, man, if you go from Georgia to if you go from fucking Jersey to California, niggas was doing that shit for like $4,000. What? Yeah, I had the I think it was called DAT, DAT. That was like the favorite one that I like to work with, the DAT app. Because you could pick what kind of vehicle you was using and you could find a load going and find one coming back. Right? So I'm like, yo, my nigga, who the fuck in their right mind would drive from here all the way over there for that little bit of money? Then you gotta find you're trying to. I'm like, yo, nah, this don't make no sense. When before, like, it was grand. It was grand. If you did one trip, right? Say out of the week you did like 3 trips, bro. If you did like three trips each week for the month, you could come off with 30 grand net, bro. 30 fucking grand. That was before. That was after you're putting aside your whatever you put. Like me, I was saying I put aside 800 for maintenance, right? So you put aside, it was a total of 1,400. It was the maintenance, it was the insurance, and it was the gas, and it was the fucking tolls. You take 1,400 off of whatever the first trip was, and you put that aside. So then whatever was left was what your profit was, and then on the next trip back, that was profit too. So it was a great fucking thing. But then now I see why the shit went down. There was a point the trucks were a decent price. Then the trucks just went up, shot the fuck up. And they shot up because the market was getting flooded. And they were just hiring. They was just, all of these dudes was coming out just getting trucks and taking cheap loads. It got to the point where it was just like, nah, man, that shit ain't worth it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Geico Floyd, shout out to Burt McKenzie in the house. What's Geico Floyd? I don't know what that is. Hold on, let me see something. What is that? Floyd the Barber. I don't know, bro. I'm trying to see what you were saying, but you seen it play out, Comp?
In that same conference, they confirmed that Florida is not the only state that is involved. They stated that California, Illinois, New York, Texas, and even Pennsylvania are part of the scheme. And it's an ongoing investigation. So do not be surprised when you start seeing more CHP officers pulling over these big rigs.
So have you heard about the scandal at the DMV in Florida? So apparently they have sold over 1,000 CDL licenses to illegals. Sold them. And then I think they've somehow ended up in other states, like New York, etc. They're arresting people. This is just from, I think, one office. I think you heard several months ago about they're talking about like a lot of truck drivers not speaking English and all that. Well, hello. If the Florida DMV is selling the CDL licenses to the illegal immigrants, what other states' DMVs might be selling licenses to illegal immigrants? I wonder.
This is absolutely crazy and a public safety threat to everybody, yet the mainstream media isn't interested in this story. 8 people got arrested in Florida after it was revealed that they had been a part of a driver's license scheme for about 3 years.
3 years. So 3 years, these 8 cats were working on the inside, ensuring that these dudes got their licenses.
This all happened down in Bay County, Florida. That's Panama City Beach. They have been running a scheme in Panama City where employees down to the tax collector's office worked in cahoots with other scammers, third-party individuals that ran their own companies that supposedly helped illegal immigrants. They all plotted together to get illegal aliens hooked up with fraudulent driver's licenses, and not just a regular license, but commercial licenses too, CDLs. Which means while you're driving on the highway, you have people driving next to you and your family in 18-wheelers who are not citizens. They never passed any rigorous requirements to be operating that truck in the first place. It's very dangerous. They could be responsible for 80,000 pounds on the highway at any given time, placing you and everybody else on the road in extreme danger. Not only that, one of the scammers got caught with $120,000 cash inside of their home. That's probably more than 5 times their actual pay. They found that cash in their home. All of this is absolutely ridiculous. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click.
Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer joined Bay County Sheriff Tommy Ford for a news conference this afternoon, laying out the details.
Public corruption brought Attorney General James Uthmeyer to Bay County Thursday. Officials say 2 Bay County Tax Collector's Office employees were providing undocumented individuals driver's licenses in return for compensation.
Evidence suggests that hundreds, if not more than 1,000 fraudulent driver's licenses were issued as part of this scheme.
The employees, identified as Bencelli Velasco and Demetrius Smith, allegedly skipped steps and proper testing, then issued the licenses in exchange for cash or a Cash App transaction. Ford believes people from all over the state traveled here to buy the licenses and that it had been happening for about 3 years. But Bay County Tax Collector Chuck Perdue says they only noticed the suspicious activity last month, then contacted Ford's office.
I was starting to review our month-end reports, and I was seeing where, on average of my 80 employees, an employee on average during the month will do 20 to 25 road exams. I had one employee, Mr. Smith, who did 295 exams one month. So those exams take about 20 minutes each. So doing the math, there's not that many work hours in a week, right?
Bay County Sheriff Tommy Ford says the investigation has been ongoing for around a month, with the majority of headway being made on Wednesday. So far, there have been 8 arrests, and officials have seized around $120,000 from the illicit proceedings. Some of the arrests were individuals caught with the fraudulent licenses, and others were people acting as brokers. Officials cited the involvement of a Callaway business called Cuba Max.
The investigation also led us to arrest 5 additional individuals who are acting as brokers running local businesses that claim to assist with immigration paperwork, but instead of...
All right, Comp. Yo, thanks for stopping by, bro. Catch you on the next one.
Arranged illegal transactions and funneled aliens from as far away as Miami to obtain licenses fraudulently.
Uthmeyer and several others blamed the Biden administration for the illegal activity.
I think today is yet another example of how the Biden border policy puts American families at risk. Here you've got hundreds of aliens that are cheating, that are breaking the law, that are buying driver's licenses without taking the test, getting on...
Florida DMV that they've arrested some of their employees for selling CDL licenses. These people are not even qualified to have them, let alone go through, the proper procedure to get one. These people sold them to illegal immigrants. They're not...
Damn. Yeah, they done fucked up the market on that one, Papa. Hopefully it'll get back up.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
But what annoys me is how much longer are these women going to be perfectly content with disparaging us? That's why I titled this Black Men, Betrayed by Our Own and Overlooked by All. If you really, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you some real shit. And I mean this. If there is any group of people in this country that would be completely justified in playing the victim card, it would be black men. In fact, we are the only group of people that have been victimized the most, but are the least acknowledged as victims. I'm going to say that again. Black men are the only group of people, when I say black men, I'm talking about American black men. We are the only group of people that have been victimized the most, but are the least acknowledged in said victimhood. And how they do that is the moment any one of us shows any type of expression of trauma or victimhood, they throw that manhood shit in our face. Oh, you're a man, you're not supposed to be a victim. How? How? So basically, you're going to use the concept
Black women. They might be sexually attracted to black women, but they don't like them.
For someone like me, who comes from Memphis, Tennessee, who is rough around the edges, this and that, but I attract the wealthiest and most refined of white men. Why is that?
You just want to try something. Or you want to rebel against your family because they dislike black people. So that kind of turns you on. It's like when somebody's
Oh shit.
tells you no.
So can you tell me why I, even in that, I just want to get so women like me can even see. I don't attract, never have. And I don't even, the thing is I always attract men with money who are successful and I never ask them for it. That might be my problem. But why do I attract the complete opposite of where I'm from and why?
I'm not saying that I'm the only genuine pink dude out here that, appreciates black women. But I just feel like a lot of pink men do not really appreciate black women.
Okay, so when are black swirlers going to recognize that their adoration for white men is largely one-sided? Like, when is that going to happen? What will it take? Y'all, I was minding my happy black business, and this video was sent to me by a follower. And before I break it down, I'm just going to play it because it really does speak for itself.
Do you think race mixing should be illegal?
What do you mean?
Like mixing races, like a black person, white person having children, like an Asian and a Mexican.
Yeah. Should it be illegal? Should it be legal or evil?
Illegal.
Oh, no.
Why not?
I love my chocolate, yeah.
Oh shit.
Everyone loves who they love, I mean.
So you're a mud shark.
Oh, wait a minute, nigga. What? Oh, wait a minute. What? Yo. What the fuck? Mud shark.
Everyone loves who they love, I mean.
So you're a mud shark.
Oh, what?
You're a mud shark?
A mud shark is crazy. No.
You said you like chocolate men.
Okay.
So you're a mud shark.
No. I like everybody, but I like my chocolate men.
Wait, why should race mixing be legal if the child is more likely to turn out?
That's a statistic?
Yes.
From what sort?
Yo. Y'all heard that? If the baby is most likely to come out retarded. He called the oh my God.
Me looking around.
You looking around? Very credible, I do have to say. Now, this clip, although very short, says a lot about today's dating market and honestly a lot of the different cultural dynamics that are going
Holy
on.
shit.
Women in general tend to be more liberal and open to new evolving ideas around gender, sexuality, and things of that nature, whereas men trend towards traditionalism. And in the American context, there is certainly a trend towards traditionalism. See a trend of young white men who are very much embracing more radical politics or radical ideas, or rather reverting back to old traditional ideas about Americanism, about race, really as a way to try to navigate the changing power structure and a declining white population. This is very, very, very popular. So this content creator goes by the name of Hermes, is what I think his name is. He can't be much older than 25 or 26. This is definitely a younger man. If you see some of the different content he does, you see him interviewing Gen Zers, definitely people who are teens, early 20s. This is a younger crowd. Yet he is spewing classic white supremacist propaganda.
What's it like to be the prototype for the Aryan race?
It feels amazing.
And he's actually very open about his beliefs about, white superiority and specifically his issues with black women. Now, why is this important? It is 2025. And if I tell you the amount of black women that I have heard specifically say how, love is love, it doesn't matter anymore, that was back in the civil rights era or before, it's 2025, why do you always talk about rape? Like, these are things that I've actually heard from the lovely ladies. It causes me to wonder if they are completely blinded, or if they are purposely blinded by the fact that these kind of white men exist. Now, again, the problem that I have with the swirling and divesting rhetoric, which I have said since day one pretty much on this page, is not the idea of interracial mating or race mixing, right? I don't have a problem with that. I know some of y'all will disagree. I don't necessarily care about that. It's a free country. I just don't like the propaganda around it. And oftentimes what you hear is black women who are always going out of their way to use the fact that they love the white man as a way to lambaste and slam and criticize black men. I mean, look at K. Michelle. She just had that pro-black rant a few days ago on Cam Newton's podcast talking about black men need to build the community and be better fathers and do this, and I see white men doing it, but then she's over there swirling. But here's the thing about it: when you see these black women, and these are even black women who say that they love black men, or sometimes even are open for black love, even black women who might be considered pro-black, you will see them still idolize white men. They will be quick to want to throw all black men under the bus, but then want to idolize white men and not talk about the fact that even within the white male population, you have white men who think like this. And no, this wasn't just back in the 1930s or in the 1800s. You have men today who are Gen Zers. You have alphas who are growing up hearing these things, who are being basically reintegrated into white supremacy on the internet. And then we get confused why you see a young black woman showing up on 10 o'clock news talking about, oh, she's missing, or her body is dismembered, or why did this strange occurrence happen?
Yo, this shit right here was crazy. I didn't know what the fuck she saw in this guy here, man. I'm just like, yo, hold up. So when I come across those divestor chicks, I always bring up this here because they'll say some of the nastiest shit. They'll say some of the nastiest shit about black men, and I say it's okay because when y'all go after Brad and Brad chop y'all the fuck up, we be over here laughing too. You know what I'm saying? We'll tell Brad, good job, man. I got $15 on your commissary, because she'll turn around and say, oh, I only like racist. Like, there's a black chick that says she only likes racist white guys. She only dates racist white guys. Like, the one that's really standalone, is standalone, is the underdog. Everybody hates him. Is black men. Even our own women, our own mothers, hate us. And it's like, I think black men need to stick together more. If we had even an ounce of what these black chicks got when it comes to the sisterhood. One thing I do have to respect about that sisterhood is that them bitches got each other back, even when they wrong as fuck. And they know they wrong, but they still gonna hold that bitch down. Wrong as shit. But their voices is loud and they stick together. And the world's got it set up where they could get away with a lot of shit, man. It's not set up for us like that.
Like, we get confused when the stuff happens, and I'm like, y'all, it's not confusing at all. We just have to be honest about what's going on. Black people, by and large, I think, are actually very open to other races. The issue that I believe, more so when it comes to what y'all want to call race mixing, the interracial mixing, is just all the propaganda behind it. Do you, boo, if you want to if you want to date and marry out, that's fine. Just be honest about the implications. And please stop worshiping white men when this adoration many of y'all have for white men is clearly one-sided. This dude has gone out of his way to completely lambast and disrespect black women. And I would not be surprised if black women have seen him, would crushing on him, sliding into his DMs. I mean, it happens all the time. So what I can appreciate about content creators, about Hermes, is like he is saying what many people believe. I'm not saying that all white men believe this, or that all white Americans. They obviously don't. But we can't pretend like he's such a small, crazy minority when we understand what's going on politically. When we understand that there's been definitely a movement to hide black history, to take down black museums, to try to remove it from schools. Like, there's been actual political things that have done that are giving you guys the net.
What is your profession? About they rap. These niggas ain't never so dope, kick the door, let alone work a door and they pot in the trap. See, I really did it, that pot and they cute you. You give me some soft and I'm working it out. No,
But this is going to be story time. I'm going to start doing on my live. We're going to start to get to some truth telling. And we're going to get into it.
now, I'm gonna be totally honest, right? I'm gonna be totally.
Oh my God, this bitch. See, and here they go. I don't know what she thinks she got over 50 Cent. You don't got nothing over that nigga. But one thing about these people, man, you gotta just make sure that you fucking always stay ahead of them, cause they can't compare to 50 Cent. All the shit he fucking accomplished, but they still gonna try to come out here and throw some dirt on his fucking name. What is this 50 Cent baby mama? Baby mother speaks out and exposes her truth. 50 Cent baby mama. Let me see if we can find that and get the original. See what this cunt saying. 50 Cent.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Shaniqua Tompkins. The other side of the coin, queens get the money. Yeah, I see you, queens get your money. Queens get the money. First baby mother, first child for my.
That's all you got. That's all you got. Right there. That's all you got in your life. Is you could say that you was 50 Cent's first baby mama.
Parents, first grandchild, first great grand, first niece, so first everything. That's how we do this over here. I'm Shaniqua, you know me depicted in the movie Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh my God, yo. You see this fucking broad? Everything she just said just now was just some shit to get people's attention. Nobody knows who she is standalone.
You know, and then before I even get into that, there's just a lot of unanswered questions.
Ain't nobody asking questions.
Got shot, and he signed with JMJ Records. I was the one who was taking care of him financially. was working 18 hours a day on a toll bridge, Whitestone Expressway.
So here's my thing, right? This is why you don't. This is why no matter what you going through, man, and there's a black woman there, you can't let her hold you down, bro. Because they only holding you down so they can throw that shit in your fucking face later. That's the first thing they're gonna do. Well, I did this and for you and da da da. So you owe me. You like when you watch the movies and motherfucker save somebody's life, and they're like, I'm indebted to you. Like, no, man. If you don't want to do that shit out of the kindness of your fucking heart, don't do it. If you're going later on, you're going to say, oh, well, you know, I did this or this or that, and you want to go and tell everybody, oh, when you took a shit, I had to wipe his ass. Like, man, I hate these people.
Paying for Dax, Reels, studio time. It was me, him. That's, I don't know the duration of the relationship with her and 50. She gave me so much shade, and she was trolling me along with him. Used to be on Twitter all the time. She would just throw the subs. So, and I could understand it because it's like, I left him. I don't want him.
Yeah, bitch, whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever. Full of shit.
Of masculinity and manhood to deny black men the ability to be victims so that you can bash them and abuse them with the concept that they're not men. I'm gonna say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again so everybody can hear this. After all the damage you've done, now you ready to scale it back? Now you ready to bring it down some? So let's move on to this next story. Shout out to Delyn. Delyn says, speak angry, love it. Appreciate you. What I'm talking about. Consuming that content because it's just too much. It's basically what I just got through talking about. It's Negroes at their worst. When you look at the Shade Room feed, there is nothing in there but ignorance, foolishness, ghetto, BS. Like it's sad. And you know, I'll be scrolling through Instagram.
I mean, that's why they call it the Shade Room, bro.
And at one point, every time I saw the Shade Room, I had secondhand embarrassment. I was embarrassed for black folk. The ones that are on the Shade Room. And I'm looking at it like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? What is this? Right? So I don't know if y'all remember me saying that I was gonna unfollow the Shade Room, but I did. And I don't know, maybe I influenced some other people to unfollow the Shade Room. I don't know. I hope I did. But then I come across this TikTok where this chick is talking about how the CEO of the Shade Room or the founder of the Shade Room is talking about they ready to dial it back or they ready to dial it down. Oh, really? After all the damage you've done, now you ready to scale it back? Now you ready to bring it down some? Let's see what she had to say about this.
This is the founder of the Shade Room, and in my opinion, a great example of all skin folk not being kinfolk. 10 plus years ago, the Shade Room started off as what we viewed as innocent celebrity gossip, and now it has grown into something that I believe is harmful to the community. You may think that that's an overreaction. However, I want you to think about how much screen time we all spend on our phones, and then I want you to think about how that pairs with the serious media literacy problem that we have, along with the misinformation issue. And y'all know I love a receipt, so I was just reading an article with the founder, Angelica, that she did with Wired, and she's talking about how Shade Room is actively making efforts to move beyond celebrity gossip into more serious topics like politics, investigative reporting, and all types of other things. So maybe if they just stuck with simple celebrity gossip, that would be fine.
So let me just stop it right there. So already off the rip, I don't like the sound of this. And the reason why I don't like the sound of this is because I don't care to. I don't want to hear. I don't want Shade Room's commentary on politics. I don't. I don't want Shade Room to do investigative reporting. I don't. Why don't you just stick to celebrity news, but stop being so messy? That's all you gotta do. Stick to celebrity news, but stop being so messy. Look, there are too many people now that think they're political experts. It is annoying. They don't know what they're talking about. Every time I've seen the Shade Room speak on politics, all they did was parrot the same thing that you hear from CNN or MSNBC. We don't need another CNN. We don't need another MSNBC, especially not of the Negro brand. We don't. I'm sorry.
However, I feel like over the past years, and maybe it is tied to this trend that they're making to go beyond celebrity gossip, I've noticed a style that they report certain topics into when they omit certain details, the pictures that they use, sometimes when they add certain details into stories, and how that is perceived and the message that it's sending to people that sometimes are already struggling with their media literacy. In my personal opinion, when you are using a platform so large with millions and millions of followers, and when you're sometimes being irresponsible with the way that you present information, sometimes even when it's celebrity gossip, I feel like it is very harmful, especially when we get into more important.
Want to do go crazy? Do you want to do Shade Room? Huh? Do you want to do Shade Room or
Shade Room? You know the brat? The brat? Yeah, the brat for the brat. I don't know who that is. I'm so sorry.
Okay, sorry, we gotta keep moving.
That nigga don't know the brand. Damn, the brat, you old, man. He was referring to that shit she did, considering this guy DDG and his crazy ass baby mama.
But I would tell y'all this, right? Blog pages. Cease and desist will be going out soon. Shade Room, I'm gonna say this. If the next post about me is false information or negative, you see one. But I would tell y'all this, right? Blog pages.
That's how you got to get them.
Cease and desist will be going out soon. Shade Room, I'm gonna say this. If the next post about me is false information or negative, you see one.
Say your name. I'm doing a video.
Are you doing a video? What's up, mama? What's up, princess? Atlanta. These dudes play ball in the A.
Say your name. I'm doing a video.
Are you doing a video? What's up, mama? What's up, princess? Atlanta. These dudes play ball in the A.
Say your name. I'm doing a video.
Are you doing a video? What's up, mama? What's up, princess? Atlanta.
y'all know you're supposed to be blocking the shade room, right? I know a lot of y'all didn't know this, but yes, you absolutely are supposed to be blocking the shade room. They are not for the culture at all. Unfollow their asses, block their asses, because the fact that they have really played into a lot of Black trauma and just really perpetuating the violence and the stereotypes and all the things and just trying to keep shit going. You got that one person that you know to just like to keep shit going. That's the shade room. And I know some people are like, well, that's kind of what, no. The fact that they are never uplifting in whatsoever. Our culture is not just trauma-based, okay? Our culture is so much more than that. And we have to start blocking away those who are not for the culture, but claim to be for the culture. So the more of us that block them, and again, if you have already done so, kudos to you, but there's clearly a lot of people who are not aware of, needing to block them and not use them as a news source. So we're going to make sure that happens, because not them today, absolutely trying to do a dirty delete, because they, of course, wish Big T a happy birthday or whatever, put up a nice little post and everything. And then when they started catching the backlash, and I guess they saw those numbers starting to go, they went ahead and deleted it. Go ahead and delete their asses. If you haven't already, because again, I know some of you have, so don't get in my comments saying, oh, y'all should have been. Okay, we're glad that you're already on the train, girl. It's all right. It's all right. It's other people that's not. We're trying to slow the train down so they can jump on too, okay? I try to meet people where they are. Sometimes, people ain't already up there. Some people need to see stuff, to really understand things. So I'm so glad that Lovey was able to catch this before they pulled it down. But it was there. It was a screen grab. We got it. It is what it is.
Wow. Shade room ain't got no nuts. Just say what it is, man.
Like to do. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
12 seconds later.
So I'm asking right now, black men, black men to really step up for black women and create families. It's really not cool. Black men are attacking black women.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie.
You can't make this shit up.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. Fuck K. Michelle, man. Let me see something. Anybody that is shitting on us, man. Man, my shit at unfollow these cocksuckers, man. Yeah, they took that Trump shit down.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
12 seconds later.
So I'm asking right now.
They may like fucking you.
Hey, black men. Why do you have so much ego? No, seriously. You walk around like you invented gravity. Like the air gets thicker when you show up. Like you knew that we were going to look before you even said a word. And don't get me started on that walk. You know the one. At first I thought it was cocky, but now I see it for what it really is. It's confidence built from generations who had to fight just to survive. It's pride that says, I will not shrink for anyone. It's survival turned into style. It's knowing that you've got magic in your melanin, power in your presence, and fire deep within your soul, and not apologizing for any of it. And the best part, you bring all that energy into the world and you still find a way to make other people feel seen. You still know how to laugh from deep within your chest. You still protect, you nurture, you flirt, and you love with your whole heart. So yeah, black men might have a little too much ego, but I'd say they've earned almost every single bit of it. And I hope that you never dim that light for anyone. And this snow bunny right here, she's not here to dim your light. She's here to reflect it right back onto you. And keep walking like that crown is glued the fuck on. Because let's be real, it is. Black men, if you are enjoying my sermons, please save them, share them to the other black men in your life. Comment, like, and follow. I will be going live again this weekend, so make sure you set up your alerts. I so appreciate you being part of this little congregation that we've built, and I hope you have an amazing start to your week. Happy Monday. Snow Bunny out.
That was nice. That was nice. Who that? Thank you for sharing that, Marcus J. You know, we got to run to the comments, man, and see who.
Hey, black men. Why do you have so much ego?
Okay. Okay. You got a sister that said because he's the cream of the planet Earth. Yo, you see this shit? See, this dude said some nigga put her through the mattress and she's in love. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's what it was giving. Yeah. The next time a black woman asks why am I with this white girl, I'm gonna show them this. Damn. White girls for the win. White girl for the win again, man. Them motherfucking Becky's be. He going angry one. She said, "Okay, girl, bye." Ain't nobody checking for you, dirty bunny. That got to be a female. Tight. They tighter than the motherfucking nickel. Oh, man. Why they mad, man? K. Michelle was just on here sucking Brad dick in that fucking interview. And I was okay. What's that motherfucking name? What's his name? What's that nigga's name, man? Cam Newton. All right. If you gonna comment to get a reaction. You heard? That's crazy. Oh man, let me see something here. We about to bring this to a motherfucking end. It's 2:30. Thanks for stopping by the live. I appreciate y'all. I'll holla at y'all on the next one.